Hello everybody, and welcome back to the stream. We're going to pop into our D&D table and get started.
I was on Seth's stream
Oh,
this whole
hello.
time.
Hello.
I was on Seth's stream this whole time, so I'm like, Seth, before you went.
We're just gonna, what's happening?
Oh,
Hey,
you got your
Raiders!
raid.
Wait, what?
Wait,
Oh
that's
my
not
gosh.
You got raided! You
Ah,
got raided.
hello Raiders,
Yeah, you
welcome
got raided.
Raiders. Welcome. It's a
That's
good thing we
crazy.
hadn't actually started the D&D.
I'm so glad.
Oh my gosh. Hello,
Yeah.
welcome.
Also, Omi also has subtitles for any raiders that need reading assistance.
For D&D, I don't, because I can't do the subtitles for everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. The one I have usually translates for Discord as well.
Oh, does it?
Mm-hmm.
You'll have to
I don't know.
send.
I'll send you the-
We'll test, but the one that I have doesn't.
Okay.
Hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. We are playing D&D today. It is D&D day. So yes, I would like to give a quick little heads up because this is D&D and we are telling a story. We will not be interacting with chat. Well, no. I will not be interacting with chat. My players will often be in the chat and just hanging out and talking and stuff while we're playing, but I personally will not be in chat. Unless we are on break or at the very beginning. So if you guys have anything to say it now or forever hold your peace. But yes, this is a storytelling thing. Also, usually I attempt to be PG-ish. D&D is not that. We swear. So just a heads up for that as well.
Yay!
Swearing.
How does
At
this
least for
fit
most
into
of
your
us.
Jaz's March Madness?
No. I will still match my March Madness. I am not allowed to swear.
Oh,
Thank
really?
DM gets to choose. No, I will limit myself. I'm still not allowed to swear in anyone's streams.
Wow.
I've
Poopy.
added that rule.
Wow.
Say
Okay. Okay.
Well,
If
that's
I
fuck
do
yourself.
swear, you know what? I'll add an extra rule. If I do swear, Omi, as the DM, gets to choose the punishment.
Oh, you don't want that.
Yeah,
I
you don't
think
want
I'll
that.
be fine.
Let us players pick for you. We'll make it worse.
Sure.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right.
Bye.
So,
Good night, Steve.
for a little recap on what you guys were doing, you guys finished having your little murder mystery dealio, and Cillian, the barkeep of the inn that you guys originally were at, came up to you guys and was like, hey, my husband's, not here, so could you go maybe find him? And you guys have been on a journey to the city or the town village. Town village, it's like kind of like a mix between the two ish. But the village of Pinnacle, where he went to go grab some herbs for the food that they cook at the inn. So you guys ended on coming up to the town. You can see the village in front of you, but you have not gone in it yet. The sun is starting to set, so it is almost nighttime, but not quite nighttime. What would you guys like to do?
Book it.
You book it?
Booking it is way.
You're gonna book it?
How far away is the town?
It's not that far away. You guys can
Book it.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Civilization.
Book it.
Civilization. Okay, all right. So you guys book it to the town. I don't know if any of the rest of you follow, but Ruby just yeets her way into the town at a speed that you guys did not realize that she could walk. So you guys get into the town. It is so let me describe the town a little bit. This little village is kind of in the valley of two mountain hills. It's not quite mountains, but pretty tall hills. You can see that the ground around you is very wet. It is wet ground. You guys aren't quite in a swamp yet, but if you go further into the city, you think you might be in swamp territory. You can see a few houses and stuff like that, and a lot of the housing is on stilts. So the housing is high up in the sky, probably to help with flooding and whatnot. But yeah, so that is what you were seeing when you were entering the town. There's also a little sign that says Pinnacle on it.
All right, awesome. Totally caught all of that. Can you
Okay.
just repeat it for the audience?
For the ones in the back, can you repeat it
Yeah,
one
for the
more
ones
time?
in the back.
Yeah, okay, so
Oh.
so there's two hills. It's in a valley. It's somewhat of a swamp. The houses are on stilts up in the sky.
Cool. All right, gotcha.
Yep, there you go. And there's also a little sign that says Pinnacle.
Between two valleys.
My mind auto-corrected on houses on stilts and just said it was like houses on fire. Which is great.
A little different.
Would you say it's
Little
more
bit different.
marsh-like or more swamp-like? Because there's a difference.
More swamp-like. You have not quite gotten to
Yeah, the ground is like wet and squishy. We're guessing it's
Gotcha.
swampy in the center.
yes. It doesn't feel like you are in a swamp at the moment, but if you keep going into the village, you think you might be in a swamp later.
Alright, more swampy. Especially.
Okay, so what
Look at
are you
me.
guys looking for as you go into this village?
Well, I know. Hmm. Hold on, it's been a second. I know, like, Calder and Torrance may want to have gotten checked out for, like, poison or something, or,
Yeah, we should
like,
probably
That's right.
check
to
that
see if
out.
they're, like, really okay, to make sure they're actually good.
How late is it now after we ran into the city? Is that open? Would it be open?
I mean,
Well, because we took a long rest, and we traveled for a little bit, and then you said we saw, like, the city in the distance, so I'm assuming somewhere between noon and evening.
the sun is setting.
Okay.
Yeah, the sun is setting. It is becoming nighttime. Things, well, you're not entirely sure. In the city that you guys came from, there would still be places open, but this is a village, so you are not entirely sure if things would still be open at this hour. Things might be closing at this hour. You're not entirely sure. You also are not quite sure where a medical place, a doctor's office, anything like that would be. But you would like to
Well-
find one?
We survived
Yes.
the other. Yeah, we should find it. See if it's open.
Okay.
Worst come to worst, we survived last night. We can sleep through this night and maybe wake up.
I don't feel like
I
that
think
is
we'd
an
have to find a
appropriate
place to
answer.
stay first.
Yes.
Well, if it's closed, what do you want us to do? Break in?
No.
Well,
Eat the random
no.
things?
No, but like, we should at least find it. So if it's closed, we can find it again when we find an inn.
That is true.
Right, so
So should we get like a quick lay of like the town, city,
sure, let's
the
take
city town,
a walk
city
through.
town, city town,
Town village. Not quite a
town
city.
village.
Town village.
Yeah, town city. I love town cities. They're my favorite.
I go there all the time.
Okay, so what are you guys doing, and how are you attempting to find?
I vote to get a lay of the land.
Okay, so you're just gonna walk around a little bit.
That's my vote.
Okay.
That's what I would like to do.
Okay.
I think that's what Ruby would like to do.
What about anyone else? All in favor? Yes.
Look around for
Yeah.
a doctor, med center.
'Kay.
A place to
Yes.
sleep tonight.
Okay.
So primarily looking for like an inn, like somewhere to sleep, and then like a doctor place or something.
Okay. I'm gonna have two people go ahead and roll. You can either do a perception or an investigation check. I will leave it to your
I don't have
choice.
my dice.
Just two people. Choose two people.
Hold on.
An
Someone else
investigation
do it.
check?
I don't have my dice.
Investigation or perception, whichever one is
I'll
higher.
do investigation.
You'll do investigation. I can do perception.
You can both do investigation as well. You don't have to do one and the other.
That is a 25.
Oh, it's a 25, is it? I don't think that's gonna do it. No, you
Darn.
definitely. Fim, what did you roll?
I didn't roll yet. Hold on.
Go ahead and roll for me.
Not one.
Hush. Hush. We're doing investigation or.
Investigation or perception, whichever one's higher.
Okay, hold on.
But just tell me which one it is.
Hold on.
I could have gone with perception, but that would have only been a 23.
I am having a dyslexic moment.
Definitely
Where
go
is
with your
perception.
Perception is going to be
Above performance and below nature.
yeah,
Somewhere like towards the bottom half of the middle.
Yeah, it's middle bottomish.
Ah,
It's kind of right by the wisdom.
either
Little
it's
circle.
14.
What
I got
was
a
it?
14.
14? Okay, cool.
14.
So you guys are walking around. Fim and Calder are leading. Fim is kind of looking around, not really sure. It's a bit of a new city to you, new village. You're not used to the small village type situations. But Calder, you have been, you grew up in a village not too dissimilar to this. So you are relatively acquainted to the general layout of small villages like these, and you are very easily able to find both an inn and also a what appears to be like a medical office that you think could help. It does appear to be closed at the moment, though. The inn is still open, but the medical office at the moment is closed.
All right, well, at least we found that for tomorrow. Should we check out, I guess we check out the inn, unless there's, well, I'm assuming everything else is closed as well then. So, inn? Question mark?
In. We look for in. That is probably the smart thing to do.
Okay.
Sorry,
Nice
my
to not
cat
sleep
just
on the
like
ground.
attacked my feet randomly, and so I freaked
that-
out.
Is that where the cat jump scare came in?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
He's just here. I'll send a picture. Take a picture.
Okay. Okay, so you guys walk into the inn. There's really not that many people in the inn. You do see a woman up at the front. Which I forgot to give a name. So I will have to name on the spot.
Negative.
This is great. Everything's fine.
Mildred.
So
I'm sorry.
what did you say?
I said Mildred
Mildred.
or like Meredith. I don't know.
Billion.
What was
Cousin
it?
to Cillian.
Billion, cousin to Cillian.
Moss.
No. So you guys walk up, and there is a 1 second.
He tries to like play with my cords. So the way my desk is, there's like a small gap.
'Kay.
For context, my cat is obnoxious. But there's like a small gap where my desk is, and so all of my wires like flow through that area,
Mhm.
and he'll just go up at random times and bat them. I've literally had him disconnect a monitor before
Oof.
in the middle of like a Zoom meeting or something, and so
Mhm.
one of my screens just goes dark, and I'm like,
What? Okay, so you guys walk up to this front desk, and standing at the other side of the desk is a it's a young lady who is a gnome. And yeah, she's just kind of standing there staring off into the distance. She doesn't really like notice you guys walk up to her. But yeah, she's just kind of standing there. There is a
Yeah,
name
like,
card.
Rush Ruby.
There is a
Or
name
brush against
card on the desk that says Nelly Nougat.
Nelly, what?
Nelly Nougat?
Nuggets? Nuggets?
I'm gonna
Nuggets?
just like tap Ruby and be like, behave. Be nice.
Oh, I haven't done anything yet.
Keyword yet.
Yes.
I'm just a girl officer. I am innocent until proven guilty.
Right.
How would you spell this name?
Nell IENEWGUT.
Okay, cool. Okay. This gnome does look like they're the barkeep, right? Or
She looks like she's the innkeeper, yes.
okay, cool. Do I have to go? I'll go up and talk to her then. I guess I'll go up and ask her, like, how many are there? There's 4 of us, right? No, 5. Torrance. Knew I was forgetting somebody. Can I ask her if there's, like, any rooms for, like, can I just be like, hello, do you have any rooms available, or...
She's just kind of staring off into the distance. She still does not really acknowledge you.
Is there like a
Is there a
bell
bell
on
on, like, the
desk?
desk or something?
There's a
Service?
there's a little like it looks like a wooden thing that has a metal like spoon, and on the bottom of the wood there's a like a rock that it looks like you can like tap it and it might make a ding noise.
It's like a clapper.
Yeah, kind of like a clapper.
Yeah. Can I go over there and just, like, gently tap it?
Yep. As you gently tap it, it does a little ding. And she like kind of looks towards you and just goes, "Oh, hello.
Hello.
What can I do for you?"
We're wondering if you have any rooms available for the night.
Rooms. Yes, I do believe there are some rooms. Would you like food?
Yes, food. I think we're all hungry. I think food would be nice as well.
Okay, I will get your rooms prepared, and in the meantime, you all can go sit at that table over there, and some food will be prepared for you.
Okay. Sweet, thanks.
Yep. And then she just kind of like turns, very like not slowly, but like she looks like she might be a little bit like maybe drunk or like dazed or something like that. You're not entirely sure, but yeah, she like turns a little bit, fumbles a little bit.
Arcana check to see if she's charmed.
Yeah, go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Okay, cool. Arcana. Because I don't know where my dice are right now. I've got a 5.
It's really hard to tell. You think she might be I mean, she could be charmed, you're not sure, but you're like, maybe she's drunk, maybe she's charmed. I have no idea. This is not any magic I've ever seen. Okay. So, do you guys go over to the table to sit while she prepares your room?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. All right. You guys...
Yes, sorry.
You're good.
I'm taking notes.
The 5 of you sit down, and you are waiting at the table, and it takes a little bit, but eventually a young man comes up. He kind of also has like a little bit of a glazy eyes. He brings out some dishes and sets them down for you all. It looks like it is some kind of stew that you've never had before.
Can I ask him what's in it?
Yeah, that's what I was. Can I poke at it with like my spoon and be like, "What's in this?"
This is one of our specialties. It is it is a spud stew with our finest of seasonings that comes from this town.
On the topic of seasonings, have you perchance seen... Let me find the description.
We're looking for a human with like this bun on his head. He's a little bit taller than our orc fellow over here.
He's got raggedy brown hair with some monotone grays.
Like a flower
a
tattoo.
tattoo on his arm.
Brown
eyes.
I don't recall specifically We have a lot of visitors who come through this village.
Do you perchance have a guest book or like a note of who stays here?
Probably in the back.
Could you check a name for us?
Sure. And then
Can
he
you look for
wanders
a-
away.
Wait,
before
what do
you,
even give him the
before
name?
you, nope, before you give him the name, he just wanders away.
Well, he wasn't very. So there's definitely something weird. I'm gonna turn to the rest of the group and just be like, "There's definitely something weird going on, right?"
Someone check the soup and make sure it's. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm saying, do we want to eat this?
Can we like
soup?
make a medicine
want
check
to
on
eat
this
this?
too?
I'm
So,
starving myself.
as you guys are kind of like inspecting your soup, you're pushing the soup around. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fim, there is a little rock-like thing that just shoots into your stew, making it splash everywhere.
Huh.
Better you than me. Do you want mine?
Uh,
Actually, we can share if you don't
no,
want to.
I'm
I
gonna
actually
look
feel bad.
around. Like, where did the rock come from?
So, as you look around,
Mm-hmm.
Meadow, what did they see?
Hello. So what you see is another gnome, dressed in like greens and browns, kind of like a flowing out skirt, underneath of some leather armor, with a cloak on her shoulders. Kind of deeper skin, dark curly hair with some redding at the edges. And she is just holding a sling and just kind of like pointing it, and you can see her now aiming it at whoever was just offering the soup to Fim.
So
It is now
Ruby.
being aimed at that bull.
Ruby, it is
Awesome.
being aimed at your bowl.
It was me.
I'm the problem.
I feel like Ruby's just gonna turn over really quickly. Do I have to like make an investigation to see this gnome, or is it pretty obvious that
No,
this gnome just has a slingshot?
It's pretty obvious. She's just right there.
I'm just gonna look at her and be like, "Dude, what the hell? My soup!"
No, you can't eat it. You have to understand.
Actually, fair enough. Continue about your day.
I see. So the soup is the problem.
Well, I mean, all of the food, really. But, I mean, well, yeah. The soup specifically in front of you is the problem currently, but
How
the
far
other
from
food
this
is also
are
the
we?
problem.
Can we like go join their table?
It's
Are
not
we at
a
a table?
super. I don't think she's
She
at
has
a
walked
table.
up to you.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's like, she also has put down the slingshot that she was aiming now that she has gotten your attention.
What did you say her hair looked like for research purposes?
Her hair is curly and like dark brown with like red tips.
Okay, cool. It's like the only thing I didn't catch. Alright, cool. Did you really have to like slingshot it though? Because now it's like all over the place. Some of it got on my shirt, like.
You were about to eat it, and it would have been quite bad if you had.
Why
Like,
is it?
very, very bad.
Now, is this
Okay.
related to why they
It's
seem
like-
so glazy-eyed?
Right, yes. You have
Are they
caught on.
children?
Is
I
this
have
a
a nagging
whole
feeling they're
town
children.
problem, an inn problem?
Right. Whole town. Problem.
Fuck.
Yes.
This does not
Awesome.
bode well
Our
for
job just
that
got 10 times
doctor we
harder.
want. Are you by chance a doctor?
No, I mean, I have some herbal abilities, but I'm definitely not a doctor.
Do you know anything about poison?
I know some things about poison.
Well, specifically spider poison, like big, scary spider poison.
Explodes
mean-
into lots of smaller spiders.
I probably
Hypothetically
don't know much
speaking.
about that specific poison, but I could. I mean, who's been poisoned?
Is our friend
Us
over
too.
here, Calder, and then our paladin over there, Torrance.
DM, could I make
Hey,
a?
as a side point, my nameplate is covering a good chunk of the top of the stream.
Yep, I know. I'm working on it.
Okay.
Okay.
Continue.
Oh my god.
I just have back in
That
the
would be why I
street.
am not.
Important character. Most important character, guys.
Right there.
Yeah. Just keep going with the roleplay.
Caliber.
I'm working on it. Shush.
Can I buy like more space for my name tag? How does this work?
Yeah, do I get a gift sub?
Do
to
we
keep
do
it
a
at?
cheer?
No, I'm trying
We
to
get
How
figure.
many subs is it gonna take?
Shut up.
I mean, I already tormented Omi last night with subs. I don't think they can handle anymore.
Oh my god, I'm still the only one who hasn't drawn a PNG for Ruby.
I made you a PNG.
Oh, that's
I made you a PNG.
Crazy.
I think the only person who does not have a PNG on this thing is me.
That's true.
We should make one for Torrance just to have like at the corner or something. I feel like that would be cute.
I could, yeah. Anyway, continue with your roleplay while I fix
Anyway,
this situation.
DM, could I
Yes.
possibly make like an herbalism check, like with my herbalism kit? on their
Yeah. Go ahead and either do a survival or a medicine plus your proficiency.
Both of those are. What if I'm already proficient in both medicine and survival?
Well, then don't add your proficiency.
Okay. That would be a 21.
21. Yeah, so you can see that there is like remnants of like poison, kind of like you can tell that they had gotten affected by poison, but it doesn't look like it is lasting. And it also looks like it will go away after like a good rest.
Okay, so she like walks over to you. She is, by the way, like, 3 feet tall.
3 feet
Uh,
tall.
Walks up to
We need
whoever
upgrades
was
to
currently
hygiene.
poisoned, just kind of starts like pulling out some herbs, kind of like checking what's going on, kind of mashing up some herbs and stuff, and then she kind of looks and goes, I actually think you're going to be fine.
Well, that's great. That's good.
Good to hear. Good to
I'm-
hear.
She does not give you any herbs.
Yeah.
She just puts
I'm-
them back into her kit.
Fairly certain I said that, but oh well.
I just
Look,
wanted to
man,
make sure.
Right.
it's
Believes
good.
Does not hurt to double check, you know?
Exactly.
We got bit by poisonous spiders. It's
And
good
we're
to be
paralyzed.
sure.
Like, I think we have some right
Giant
to be a little
poisonous
concerned.
spiders.
Anyway,
Giant poisonous spiders. with
something
little
to do with the
spiders inside
food
their
in the town. What's going on?
Yes. You all are new here, I assume? We
Yeah,
mostly
we're
have
working-
gnomes in the town, but we get travelers, so I assume.
head. Just got
I got a burp. Ugh,
Yeah,
sorry.
we just came in tonight.
We just got it. Please ignore our friend.
How?
It's quite all right.
But you can see my monitor.
Why are you
sorry.
not affected?
Well, I haven't eaten the food.
So you've just
What
been
have you
starving
been eating?
yourself, or like?
My own food.
Oh, that makes a lot more sense.
So I guess we're hunting while we're here.
You
Then,
could just use my garden if you really would like.
oh,
I mean, don't steal all of it. I do need food,
I can
for
pay
when
you.
the crops aren't very good, but I would also take money. Sure.
Flex that bling
But
bling.
anyway, yes. Welcome to the town village. Glad that you could all be here. Don't eat the food. It is kind of possibly incredibly drugged.
Do you know by who? How do we
Right.
No.
fix it?
No.
Awesome.
This is very helpful.
Any other questions I can answer?
Well, what's your name? What's your name?
Penelope Priscilla Peppernickel at your service. You can call me Penny,
Whoa.
Percy, you can call me Pepper. Any of them work.
That
get
is
called many names.
certainly a name.
What?
Thank
I
you.
don't ever want to hear any of you complaining about my name again.
Say
Check
that out
somewhere
one more
away.
time.
Okay, burrito dog. Yeah, can you say that but like 20 times slower?
Penelope Priscilla Peppernickel. You could call me Penny, Percy, Pepper. Technically, you could call me Nick, but I won't respond to it.
How do you spell all of that?
I can send it in a chat form.
Eyes,
Oh,
yes.
Engrave it into the
mindly.
table.
As she writes it down in front of you.
Just gonna like take that paper, just shove it into my pack, and be like, "Great, I'm gonna look at this every 5 seconds."
Don't worry, I'll put it on the web. Sticks it onto a spider web.
I assume that you all noticed the state of the innkeeper and cook or
Yeah,
server.
so it's not just me, right?
No, they weren't like this before. Poor Nelly, she used to be so upbeat. And now she's just staring into space.
You see her, she's just turning and turning again and turning again and turning again.
Oh no, she's going to be sick again. And Penny just walks away for a second, kind of stops Nelly from spinning in circles, points her back into the direction of the desk, and then walks back to you guys.
Penelope, what are your pronouns?
She, her. Thank you for asking. But who all of you?
Oh yeah, I'm Ruby. She, her.
I'm Calder. I use any.
Go
Huh?
ahead. What's your name?
I'm Brotog, but you can call me Tog, you can call me Burrito Dog. I don't know, most of them call me Burrito Dog. He, him.
Bertog.
Yeah. Brotog. My parents,
Didn't like him very much.
came up with something better, but this is what I'm stuck with.
Don't worry, don't worry. I struggle with it
Brotog.
too. It is the accent.
I just call
No,
him
I get it. I had this moment as well.
Brotog.
Bruh.
Bertog.
Brotog.
Bertog.
I also had this moment with his name.
Could I just call you B?
That, you know what? Perfect.
Why did I think of that?
I'm not too picky.
Genius. Oh yeah, that's
oh,
Torrance,
BT?
by the way.
Yes, hello, I'm
BT?
Yes.
BT.
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 VLT.
Oh, don't eat those either. They're poison.
Yeah.
Not my BLTs.
Hello, I am Torrance Holt. Pleasure to make your
Hello,
acquaintance.
Torrance. It was nice to meet you as well. Torrance?
Torrance.
Torrance.
Yes.
Did I
Note of-
mispronounce it the first time?
No,
I thought you
note of
said
advice.
Tones.
Yeah, you said
Tones.
taunts. Don't listen to anything I say when it comes to names. I'm most of the time just messing with you. You seem like a nice
Perfect.
gal. I figured I'll give you a heads up.
Sounds about right, Bob.
Also, this over here is Fim.
Hello.
Bob.
The one that I splashed with soup.
That
Yeah,
is
the one who's
correct.
like zoned out right now. I don't know them.
Did they eat the soup? Did it get in their
Mm-mm.
mouth? That could be the problem.
No, I don't think so.
I think you stoned
They
it
just
before we
seem to
could.
be gazing off into the distance.
Don't worry, I think
Or
they will
whatever.
come back in just a moment.
Yeah, I could see like that glimmer in their eye.
Torrance just takes his hand and just
This-
like taps Fim on the head a little bit.
Like snapping hello.
Fim.
Is this
Tap,
normal
Tap
for your
tap tap
group?
tap tap.
Is
It's
this
normal
common?
for us to do weird things. Fim.
I mean, we've known each
hello?
other like
I'm eating.
Well,
Yeah.
5 days at this point.
Don't
You
eat.
can't be any weirder than the troop I heard about before who was in a bowling contest?
We're introducing ourselves.
Oh, so about that actually.
You've been zoned out.
Yes, you could have introduced me.
They did. I was just very
We did.
concerned that you'd eaten the
Fantastic.
soup.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, could
Anyway,
you
I'm not eating the soup.
To your point, you cannot be any worse than this group that I heard about who was in a bowling tournament, just crying their eyes out or something. I'm not so sure.
They sound like sore losers. And
Yeah, I
the other
don't know
people that
anything
one
about that.
sound so cool.
What was their
Yeah,
team
I-
name?
The name was something like Rising Rainbows. I wasn't quite. I mean, it was someone just passing by town who mentioned it briefly, and I'm not really sure. But anyway, you
I
guys
think
cannot
we
be weirder
know
than that
that.
group. So
I think you
Yeah,
mean
no,
reading
can't be any
rainbow.
weirder.
no. He definitely said Rising Rainbow. He seems to know a lot about it. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, moving on from the
Yeah, not
Rising
important.
Rainbows. My town is
You invented
currently
bowling. What do you mean not important?
bowling.
No,
Bowling.
no.
Crying.
Oh, bowling.
The tournament was for bowling.
No,
What?
No?
it was for bowling. We'll explain
What's
another time.
barling?
What's wrong with
Bawling. Crying.
Oh,
the
okay.
B-A-W-A? No.
I don't think the actual spelling of it matters. I think it was more my poor accent. Anyway,
Ugh. Excuse me.
my people are, drugged up.
A little bit.
A little bit. So anyway, don't eat the food. I'm going to go try and figure out what's going on with my village.
How long has it been like this?
Great question.
It's
That's not a very nice answer.
That was because it wasn't in character voice.
Oh, dude, I should have chugged like 2 Sprites. But, what? What do you want?
It started a few weeks ago. It's been getting progressively worse. Obviously, as more people keep eating the food.
Sorry.
Do they stay like that? Is it permanent?
Does it like wear off if they
Or
don't eat?
does it wear off at all?
I mean, people have just kind of... I haven't really had the chance to test it.
Have they just been
much?
like what? Dying, disappearing?
No, they get sick, ill, and also
So-
that, if they eat it.
Also,
So
They've been
I
getting-
have an idea. Some of you might find it to be maybe
make
not the
them
greatest
Do not
vomit?
eat the
idea.
food. Do not eat the food. Do not eat the food.
It was not
Yeah,
eating the
I'm gonna
food.
starve to death.
I volunteer.
I have plants back at my home. You can eat those. I could make you a soup.
I mean,
What
I
if we
I was gonna say we could
hypothetically
feed it to Bert, but I don't want to sacrifice my mouse like that.
no. Don't feed it to Bert.
I know, that's why I'm
Hypothetically,
disgusted
hear
at
me
the
out.
thought.
what if we like locked Nellie in a room to see if this wears off? To see if she doesn't eat. We can give her good food. We just have to make sure she doesn't eat the bad food.
You say I'm
You're not
mean.
locking her in a closet.
That's
I didn't
awful.
say a closet, I said a room. We will make sure
That's
she
just
has
a
her
bigger
necessities.
closet.
Look! She's your friend and you're trying to help her. This is a way to see if we can fix her.
I'm going to
No.
veto this idea as the only
I'm-
person who has been here for multiple
This
weeks.
feels like a terrible idea.
It does feel like a
Sounds
terrible
horrible.
idea.
I don't see anyone else throwing out ideas.
How about we
I mean,
came
as
here
long as we're
to
not
do
going back to
what
the giant
we're
spiders,
being
I don't
paid to
care. I'm doing
do?
it.
Don't lock Nellie in a room. I'm going to go try and find the scientist that lives off town. If you would like to join, feel free. But
Wait,
I
no,
haven't
Okay,
we
you
seen
need
them
said
to
we
find someone.
can't lock Nellie in a room. What
We're
about
not-
the server
what if
guy?
we don't lock anyone in a room?
to be fair, the server
Potter.
guy's kind of a prick, so if he gets locked in a room, I'm less
Let's do it!
No.
concerned.
Oh my gosh.
Penelope, we're looking for somebody. His name's like Bort or something. I don't know.
Derek?
Bort. That's what I
Derek,
wrote.
those are
What
two
is his-
very different names.
out of character. What is his name? Just have
Derek?
Bort.
His name is Derek. Bort is the cook.
Oh my gosh.
She's married to the cook. The secret affair no one ever knew. Anyway, back in
Oh,
character.
Cillian.
I don't know. Calder's the one who's good at names. I don't know. He's like human. Has like a bun on his head. Has
So
like
we
a...
are looking for a tall, but not as tall as Burrito Dog here. He's a human. He has raggedy brown hair with a bun. Has a flower tattoo kind of on his arm and wrist. He has brown eyes. Have you seen anyone of the sorts?
He wears like monotone colors apparently.
Yes, one second, I need to consult the heavens.
I typed wrong.
Fair
Oh,
enough,
smooth.
I guess.
So smooth.
Whatever toots your horn, I guess.
Yes, he's here.
Here, as in, like, in the inn?
Here or here?
In the city?
In the town
Okay.
village. But I've seen him. He ate the food. So
Of
Oh.
course.
I'm not entirely sure he's going to be the most used to you currently.
Well, we don't really
We're being
need
paid
him
to
to be
find him,
useful.
so
We just need to take him back
Oh, well,
home.
in
so-
that case, you may as well take some food with you and take him on your way. I'm not sure where you're supposed to be taking him, but
we're
I
taking
don't
him-
know where he is, but I've seen him in the village.
We're supposed to take him home to his wife. She's
Now,
a little
guys.
worried about him.
Legal kidnapping.
I
We
don't think you
could
should lock him in the
technically-
closet.
we
Let's
could
not give him
technically
the-
just
Actually,
take
that's
this
a
man
great
and leave.
idea.
Yeah,
This
I don't
does
mind
not
knocking him
sound
out
like-
if I have to.
Not our circus, not our monkeys. We could just take Derek.
Yeah.
Let's just take Derek and
I
go.
feel like we should
bro.
be like
What
nowhere
are you
near
doing?
here.
Although
We're gonna just rip up Omi's scriptural vest and throw it out
I-
the window.
I do
End
feel like
of adventure.
Cillian would appreciate a non-drugged husband returned to her.
It's fine.
Well, to be fair, it could. I
him.
mean, if you don't want to stay, I would understand. I mean, if everyone is getting drugged, you could just take him. But again, I don't really know the long-term effects of eating the food.
Unfortunately, I
Have
would
we
like to
tried
speak with your
not
doctor.
feeding them the
So we
food?
kind of need him to be functional.
So wait, hold on. I have a question.
Ma-
Is it only the food that comes out of this inn?
No.
The
Um,
entire city.
well, kind of. I've narrowed it down. I plants are kind of my thing. I narrow it down to 3
Is it
types
like
of
a
herbs that
fluid?
we use, but I don't know which of those is actually causing the problem.
The trial and error. I'll eat one of them.
No,
I'll eat one.
No, again, no.
Look, we got 2 volunteers. That's
No,
one more. We
no.
can figure.
2
No,
volunteers.
that's all we need. We both
Tori.
eat one. If we
No!
then we can
I'm
kill
not
you.
eating
We got this.
a poisonous plant.
You don't need to. Ruby and I can process of elimination.
It's fine.
One of us will either get sick.
You
or
are
none of us
not
will get sick,
eating a
and then
poisonous
we'll know.
No!
We just eat one of these.
It can't be worse than the spider venom.
I'm sure it can.
I don't think we
Fine.
should eat anything.
They're
that's
not-
any type of poison.
They aren't
Okay.
paralyzed. So therefore, is it really worse?
Look at them.
They look
They're
like zombies.
Yes.
I don't know the long-term effects, so I don't really think that anyone should be playing around with. I wouldn't have thrown a rock
I
into your soup if I
am
thought that it was
made
okay to eat.
Of magic. I will be fine.
I don't.
Let
I
me
think that
eat
is
it.
not something you should be
also
testing.
made of
Your
magic.
What
I'm a-
is happening?
I'm a
Good question.
sorcerer. I am magic, bitch. Let me eat the plant.
No.
Look, no one is going to stop you from eating the food. However, if you're going to just try and eat it, I'm not going to tell you what herb it is that's causing this. And I'm just going to go find our scientist who's been missing, and
true.
Perry's going to start leaving the inn.
No.
We
I'm
need to
gonna
go eat
go
random
eat
shit in the kitchen.
I wanna
Okay,
follow
okay. So, who is leaving? Who is kidnapping someone? Who is eating plants?
Penny left.
Okay.
She's going on her own quest.
Cool.
At this point.
Penny left. Fim, what are you
I'm
doing?
going with Penny.
You-
I'm going
okay.
with Penny. This
Torrance
is
is-
more logical.
Torrance is also going with Penny. Ruby,
I'm gonna go.
Ruby
Burtog is
really-
going. Ruby, what are you doing?
Ruby really wants to take a bite of this stew.
Okay,
I
So-
will stay here
so here's
with Ruby and the sick town people.
I would like to give a little bit of God advice. Don't eat the stew.
God.
It has all 3 of the herbs in it. It's not You're not gonna process of elimination anything. Anyway, what are you doing?
It'd be really funny.
I'm gonna stay here with the town people.
So you're
I'm locking the server guy in a closet. I'm detoxing him.
okay.
Cold
This is-
turkey.
Are you
Right
starving
now.
this man to death?
No, I have
We
food
have
rations.
food.
I can give him decent food.
Ration.
Okay, cool. So Ruby and Calder are locking a man in a closet. And the rest of you are going to see a scientist.
Yes.
Of course, Calder doesn't want to
Correct.
go see the scientist
Yes.
for like their scales or something.
Cool.
Oh, that's a good point, actually.
Too
Oh
late.
well.
Too late.
I'm gonna start with Calder and Ruby. What are you doing and how are you doing it?
staring over this bowl of soup.
How long do you stare over the bowl of soup?
No.
Until Calder says no.
Ruby, hypothetically, do you think you little mousy dude
No,
could find other little mousy dudes?
maybe.
Can
I
we-
haven't trained him to do that. And I
Can
don't
we,
trust him to not eat the food.
Actually, I'm gonna go get the server dude.
I don't speak to animals.
I'm gonna stick the server dude in a bedroom with a couple of like not poisoned rations
Right, okay.
and lock him in there.
So you can't just tell me that you're doing it. We're gonna have to do some rolls.
May I do that? Or attempt to do that?
Yes. Okay, first you're gonna have to find the server dude. So how are you doing that?
I'm investigating through the inn,
Stop it.
trying to find a kitchen, assumingly he's there.
Okay, so you're gonna try and yeah. Alright. Yeah, okay, so you're sitting in this inn. Most of your friends have left. One of your friends is drooling over a bowl of soup that you know is poisoned. And you are looking around, you see the entrance door that you guys came in. You also see a door that kind of looks like it leads to the back.
Well, stop being a shit.
All right.
Sorry.
Ruby says to the bull. So Calder, do you go to the door that appears to go to the back?
I'm gonna stand at it and kind of push it open and like peek in a little.
Okay. So you're actually peeking into it?
Yes.
Are you trying to be stealthy or are you trying to just look?
I'm just looking. I'm assuming they're not exactly the most cognitive at this point.
That's fair. Okay. All right. So you peek your head in. You kind of look around. You see the server guy who gave you your food. You also see a couple of gnomes, other gnomes. They're all gnomes. So the server guy's a gnome. You also see like two other gnomes in there who look like they are the chefs. And they're all just kind of sitting at a table with some soup as well. And they're actively eating the soup.
All right. And the server dude, his name was Bort, right?
No,
Or one of the cooks?
server dude did not give you his name. Bort was the name of the cook who was with Cillian.
Oh, Ruby got me all. Rose got me all messed up on names.
That's okay. That's okay.
Can I attempt to flag down the server?
Yes. How are you doing that?
Kind of like knock on the door a little,
Okay.
make a noise.
Okay. You knock on the door. They don't really notice you. They're just kind of eating their soup.
Could Ruby now just
Alright.
join Calder? Stands
Um.
up and joins Calder.
Yeah. So Ruby, you notice Calder walks away from you, and they kind of like peek their head into a door. And as they're just like looking and knocking on the door, you walk up to them.
I'm gonna
Holy
turn to
Lord.
Ruby and was like, you think we can just. How out of this do you think they are? Think we can just like pick them up?
I'll do it. Can I go over to just one of? I don't care who, just one of them. First
Okay.
one I see and try and pick them up.
Okay. Yeah. What's your
I will
strength?
go help pick them up.
All right, that negates it. Cool. Yeah.
I'm just gonna look over, shrug, and be like, "Let's see."
Yeah. Okay. So you walk up to the first person. It's the waiter dude that you gave you your food. He is a gnome, so he's relatively small. So you think you can probably pick him up. You guys, go ahead and. He's small. There's two of you. You pick him up. Yeah.
We're both picking them up.
I assume that's what you were doing since Calder said they were helping.
Oh, do you want to help Calder? You want to pick this guy up?
Yeah, we're both carrying him.
All right.
So I assume that
I'll
one of
grab,
you
like,
has
his
like his
arms.
under his. Oh, okay. You're doing.
Yeah, I'll like grab his arm.
Wait, how are you holding this man if your arms are like this?
So his face is up. I have his arms hooked like this, so they're like that.
Are we like
you know the
carrying him in a
basic
T-pose?
Yeah, you know the T-pose.
Is-
Just imagine that with him looking up and then being Calder picking him up.
Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah.
Is he long enough to do that?
Where are you I mean, you guys will have to get like relatively close together because he is a gnome.
That's fine.
It might be better if we walked like side by side and had him log through our arms.
That's kind of what
Oh,
I assumed
yeah.
you were doing originally, but this is far funnier.
That's probably the smarter idea. We'll do that.
Okay, so you guys attempt to put him on you hold like his shoulders and then his feet, and you guys are like, this is not working. And then you actually go and lift up one side of his arm and the other lifts up the other side of his arm, so it's carrying him like
Is
a
he,
proper
fighting
human.
back, or is he just
Nope,
accepting
he's just
it?
kind of standing there. He does kind of like reach for his soup a little bit. He's like, my soup.
My suit.
Oh, he
Like, no,
sounds so sad.
bad suit.
But yeah, where are you taking him? You just have the gnome in your
I don't
arms now.
know.
Did we ever get a room key or no?
No.
So we're gonna go to the desk and look for our room key.
Okay.
Wait,
So
I
you-
have a question.
Yeah.
As Calder's searching for this room key, can I just try and pick him up by myself? Like, just have like my arms wrapped around his waist or something?
Yeah, I'm like digging. I turn around and goes, "Oh, you got it. Okay."
You know, Nellie is still over at the counter.
That's fine.
Okay. Yeah, I guess she
Is he
doesn't.
I'm just gonna ignore her.
We picked the man up and he didn't react. Is Nelly gonna really do anything?
No, did you just like shove her out of the way though? Because she's at the desk.
Just lightly
Just kinda, like,
put my
nudge
hands
her
on her
out of
shoulder.
the way.
Excuse me, honey.
She just- Okay, yeah, all right. She moves out of the way. She kind of looks over at the servant and is like, "Huh," and then turns back around.
She's like, "Hey, Nelly, look, soup." Point at our bowls.
Soup.
Over there.
All right, yeah,
Okay.
you all right, go ahead and you're treating this poor girl like a dog. Go ahead. Ruby, go ahead and make a strength check for me. Calder, go ahead and make an investigation check for me. You're looking just for a key? Any key?
I got an 18.
A room key.
You got
I'm
an
assuming it would
18?
have like a number of where to go.
1-8? Okay, yeah, you definitely pick up
Yeah.
this guy. Roll an investigation check for me.
24.
24. Okay, yeah, you find a room key and it has a number 5 on it. And you assume it's probably for room number 5. So now you have a room number 5 key and you have a man in your arms.
Let's go find a room number 5.
All right, yeah.
Follow Calder.
Yep, you guys pretty easily find room number 5. You can unlock the door, open the door. It's a room. It's got a bed. It's pretty quaint, but it does have a bed. Do you just chuck him in here? Like, what is your plan?
Hold on. I'm throwing.
So what all is in the room besides like a bed? Is there like a desk or anything
Yeah.
I can set stuff on?
There is a desk. It's a pretty small room. It's just like a bed and a desk. There is also like a wash bucket over to the side.
All right.
But that's about it.
Going to walk to the desk and set up 2 days of rations or like 2 little ration sets.
Okay. So you put 2 ration sets on the
You realize we're gonna have to
Desk.
buy more rations after this. We can't even buy them here because poisonous.
What are you doing with the guy?
I'm just still holding him until Calder says something.
I'm checking how many rations I have.
Did you buy more after you got stolen from? No, it's
Mine weren't stolen.
yours weren't stolen.
Somebody
Okay.
Torrance gave me some.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah, I have 10 days worth, so I'll have 8 left.
Okay, yeah. You put 2 rations on the table. And Ruby is still just holding a man.
All right, Ruby.
Where do you want him?
In the room somewhere. I'm gonna set him down. I'll stand by the door, and then we'll lock him in.
Can I set him down on the bed?
Yeah,
that
you
like-
sounds like a
In
great
like a
spot to be.
standing position though?
you have him standing on the bed? I mean, he tries to get off the bed.
Okay.
He's not just going to stand on the bed.
I thought
like
he's like maybe gonna like wobble and fall or something.
no,
I
I mean
don't know.
he's dazed, but like he had the coordination enough to bring you guys 5 bowls of soup.
This is
So no, he tries to get off the bed. Now I do have a question for you, because you're locking
Me?
him, both of
Oh,
you. You're
us.
locking him in a room. You have the key for the outside, but there's like a you to on the inside. There would be like
Is there a
An
window?
unlock.
no, but like there's like an unlock ability on the
Barricade.
inside.
Hey, Ruby.
What?
Can you break
What?
that off a sec?
Could I break it off?
The door handle?
Actually, hold on. Like,
I'm not-
can we make it so he can't unlock it and let himself out?
Could I like firebolt it?
What
Can
are
we like?
what are you trying to
Well, like, the
firebolt?
handle, the inside the inside handle.
The metal handle? On
No,
a
not
wooden
when it's
door?
on enough. So maybe no.
Are you a wizard?
I'm a sorcerer, I told you. In character, I told you as well.
Did you? Okay. I was like, your first instinct was immediately to set everything on fire. I had to assume wizard.
No, that's fair. I know.
Okay, while you guys deliberate on how you're going to lock this man in this room, I'm going to jump to the other group who are going to try and go to the scientist.
I assume Penny's kind of leading the way.
I would assume so. I mean,
It's gonna be
Right.
real awkward if Bird Dog led the way.
yeah, Bird Dog just
I
goes
believe in him.
straight out of town.
Yeah, I totally know where it is.
Yeah. I also am going out on a limb, DM, and assuming that Penny does in fact know the way to the scientist's
Yes.
like main building. Okay.
Yes. You can see the scientist building from the village. It's a little bit of ways from the actual like village, probably like a 30-minute walk, but it's like up one of the hills on it's in like this pretty big warehousey type building. But it's like 30 minutes up one of the hills.
Okay. And then as you guys are walking, Penny has just kind of been talking about all of the things. Like she's clearly decided that you guys are here to help her. I don't know if you have decided this, she has. And so she's kind of talking and she's like, I've noticed that like anybody who works with these 3 specific herbs, and I have the name somewhere. Hold on.
Thing. Game is paused mid-step.
It's fine. It's how she. No, this is exactly how
Well-
she's digging through her herb. Oh. Where was it?
It should be.
There it is. Okay.
Hey.
So anyway, I've noticed that it's the Lysimachia, the algae, or the weeping moss. One of those 3 has been causing this. I'm not sure which one. The common spices that we use in most of our foods. In fact, it's what our town is known for. But I started to notice that anybody who was eating the food started to get like this hallucinogenic weirdness about them. And anyone who was working with it, I noticed that they tended to get like itchy rashes that weren't going away. And a while ago, our scientist like disappeared. I haven't seen him in a couple of weeks, I believe. And so I've this morning I decided I was going out to go find him because I thought he might have an answer to what's going on. So I'm glad that you all joined me. He's, he's fine. He's a great man. He's a man?
Why are you questioning if your scientist is a man if you know you like him?
I'm assuming he's a man.
Okay.
I have not been told otherwise yet.
You have his name.
Good assumptions. This is great assumptions.
Yes, I'm sorry, his name. Randall Rinbrosen.
I fixed it.
Randall Rin Lawson?
Yes. Just Randy for short.
Andy. When did your town have used these herbs for centuries, I assume? Or for a very long time? You said your town's known for them.
Yes, they've been common herbs for at least as long as I've been alive, and I'm 132, so Yes.
All right. Okay, so we're going to assume roughly 100. What changed?
I don't know. That's a problem. Nothing like I've been investigating, but I can't find any connection that's been causing this to have
Let me
started.
rephrase this. How long ago has this been going for?
It's been going on for a couple of weeks. I guess maybe around the time the scientists disappeared. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Okay, that's a bit suspicious.
But it's been getting worse. I don't know how or why, but it's been getting worse as it's been going on.
Let's see. Well, hopefully we can find some clues in this place.
We'll certainly find something.
So, this sickness that you were talking about, what exactly happened to the men? Or people who were working?
Yes. So, if you eat it, that's when you get the like hallucinations. That's it. That's the word.
Got you.
Which you could see with Nellie. I believe that she was hallucinating. If on the other hand you've just been working with it, the people who have been working with it have been getting ill. It's from what I can tell just a cough and itching of the skin that can turn into a severe rash, and severe cough. I mean those are the main two symptoms, but that only seems to be if you come into direct contact with it.
Okay.
See. Bartog, any thoughts?
No.
Perfect.
Most
Man of few words.
accurate. Yeah, most accurate bird talk response.
Just got
No.
no blood to intimidate.
No, I don't.
There's no piles of blood
Blood
anywhere.
to intimidate. What?
Nothing is an inside joke.
Yeah.
You could intimidate the swamp water if you wanted. I mean,
No, it was just a one-time thing.
did it work?
If it did, I wouldn't know.
I guess that's fair. I guess it's difficult to judge if blood is scared. Was it inside a body? Is that what you're referring to?
No, it was on the floor.
Was it mimic?
No, it was literally just a pile of blood. I can't even like defend myself on that.
A pile of blood.
Yep.
How tall was the pile?
I don't know, dude. This was like pile. It's a decent one, you know.
A decent pile of blood.
Yeah. Nothing crazy.
The bards are sure to write stories about you.
Yeah, I hope that's not included.
And at this point, you come across the the warehouse, ish, the scientists' building. Don't mind me as I choke and die. All right. So you come across this warehouse, and it looks to be abandoned from the outside. Like there are plants kind of growing up the sides of the warehouse. It looks like there are like cracks through the walls and through the windows, and everything just looks a little bit raggedy and like no one has been here for a little bit. It definitely looks way different from what you remember, Penny,
Okay.
from whenever you snooped over here last.
Yeah, which probably would have been before he disappeared because she's been distracted.
Yeah.
So, Penny's gonna go up, kind of start knocking on the door, just kind of go, Randy, it's Percy. Are you here? We need some help.
There's no response.
Would anyone like to break the door in?
I was about to say I can knock the door down if need be.
So
That would be perfect.
Bartog is here.
All right, how in the world do I go about do that?
What do you mean? What are you trying to do?
Kick the door down.
Cool. Go,
Let's open up.
go ahead and roll a strength check for me.
What one?
A strength check.
Oh my gosh, how does a 23 sound?
Yeah, so you walk up to this door and you like tap your foot on it and the door just falls straight down.
I also love how nobody.
Are all doors like this here? Because that was interesting.
No, last time it was definitely harder to knock down.
Oh, okay. Well, I knocked the door down.
If you guys look over on the side of the wall, there's definitely like replacement hinges from like multiple replacement hinges.
This is the first time this has happened. Oops.
Normally it's our first we knock and then we just break the door down. It's just kind of a town tradition.
Oh yeah. No, sorry. I guess where I grew up, that was normal.
Ah. Well, we certainly do things differently here in this
Yes,
town
yeah.
village.
Wonderful first impression.
Yeah, Penny's gonna go in.
Cool. Yeah.
Anyone coming?
Everyone else enter?
Yeah.
Okay. Pardon me. Okay. So you enter this warehouse, and just like the outside, the inside looks very worn down. Again, there are plants that are growing up from the ground, in cracks along the floors, along the walls. It looks like there is moss and algae sprouting from different areas of the cracks. There are I don't remember what I was gonna say. From like the outside, it looks like it has been abandoned for multiple weeks. So how the layout of this is set up, it's a very long, like, hallway. On each of the sides of the room or walls, there are 2 sets of doors, so 4 doors in total. And then in front of you, there is a window, like, wall that leads into what you can assume to be an office. So as you guys are looking around, you can see the moss and the algae growing from the ground, and the plants appear to be somewhat moving, but you don't really feel a draft. But they seem to be like swaying a little bit. Yeah, what do you do?
Is that normal? For the plants
it
to move
normal?
by themselves.
Not
Can I do a nature
necessarily.
check?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
All right. The other thing I wanted to check was it's very quick for moss and algae to have grown for a couple of weeks. Has it been growing for longer than that? Was the other thing I wanted to check with
Okay,
this.
yeah, go ahead.
19.
19. Okay. So this, you know for a fact that the plants moving on their own is not natural. You also can tell that these plants are similar to the plants that you and your village have worked with over in the like the plantations. And they appear unnaturally, like, grown. They don't appear to have grown from natural sources, like what your plantation would have. So they are unnatural, I guess.
So I turn back to Fim and I go, no, they shouldn't be doing that. I also don't think we should touch them barehanded.
Noted. Alright.
Where do you go? What do you do?
Sorry, can you describe the place again?
Yes, so you're standing in a large foyer. About 50 feet in front of you, there is a glass, like, window in front of you with a door that looks like it goes into an office type area. On the sides of the foyer, there are 2 sets of doors, one set on each side. that you cannot see inside of those rooms, but there are doors. One thing that I did not mention is each of the doors look to be different levels of sturdiness. Like some of them appear to be more broken down.
I'm curious about the door with at the glass door.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm curious about that one. So I want to go over there.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk over to that door.
Okay. Do you just walk straight over to the door? Do you mind the plants? Do you like how do you get over there?
I'm gonna mind the plants and not step on the plants because
Okay.
that feels interesting. But that door just kind of catches my eye a bit.
Go ahead.
Right.
There are plants growing like everywhere, so go ahead on your way over there. Make an acrobatics or athletics check, whichever one you would prefer.
Okay. Alrighty then. My dice fell. Acrobatics or let me math. Or athletics?
Mhm.
Is that what you said?
Yes.
Where oh. 9?
9. Okay, yeah.
Not rolling too well today.
So as you're walking towards the window, you get like
Oh.
Huh?
Never mind.
okay. You get like 10 feet down, and your foot kind of slips on some condensation that was on the ground, and you catch yourself, but as you catch yourself, you land in one of the patches of moss.
Ship.
Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Okay. Ooh. Dexterity saving throw?
Mhm.
Do I look at anything?
Should be your saving throw.
Okay. Does a 21 count?
Does a 21 count? Yes. So
Cool.
as you step into the moss, you like fall into this moss, and the plants start to kind of like wind their way up your leg. But you notice this really quickly, and you like kick the plants off and like wipe them off of your foot, and you are no longer standing in the plants.
That I am not okay with. What was that?
It looked like plants were growing up your leg. I don't really know what you want me to say
No
about that.
shot! No shot, detective! You're the one who's lived here the most. What happened?
Well, I don't think I've seen plants grow up someone's leg before. I mean, unless I've done it, but that's I didn't do it.
You seem to be
So-
unsure of a lot of things. Alrighty then.
I certainly am.
Noted.
Burtog, what are you doing?
That's a great question. I don't know, just wandering around checking things out.
Wandering around checking these out. Are you avoiding plants?
Yes, preferably.
Okay, cool. What are you checking out specifically?
I don't know, more specifically like the walls.
The walls?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you looking for anything specific, or are you just like what are you trying
checking it out.
what are you trying to discern from this?
What exactly happened?
Okay. I mean, again, it looks abandoned. It looks
Yeah.
like there's moss and like plants growing out of the walls and the cracks. And as you are walking, you do see. Actually, go ahead and make an athletics or acrobatics check while you're walking, just to see if you can avoid the plants.
A 10.
Okay. Yeah, you're looking at the walls, you see like a crack, and you don't really think about where you're stepping and your foot lands in one of the plants, make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Guidance. I forgot I had it.
It's too late.
No, you can guide on the ability check.
On saving throws?
Isn't it? Can't you?
Can you do guidance on a saving throw?
I'm pretty sure you can.
Are we about to have a clutch moment?
I don't know, I'm not too promised with my roll, so I hope this works.
Also, is this a touch and are you by him?
Probably not.
Bless you.
It's so are saves ability checks.
I
They
don't-
are.
Are they?
Pretty sure? Never mind, it's not considered an ability check.
Okay.
You're on your own. Good luck.
12.
It was a good thought though. A
Uh,
12. Okay. So you step into this mossy patch and these vine like tendrils come and like wrap their way around your leg, and currently you are grappled.
Okay.
All right. Penny, Fim, what are you guys doing? This all happened at the same time. So basically, Fim and Buratog both fell into the moss at the same time.
I gave you both one job. It was not to touch the plants.
wasn't where it was that wet. I at least got out of it. Buttock's the one that's stuck now.
I mean, it's fine. It's just a plant.
I mean, it's caused a lot of problems. You probably want to get yourself out of that.
Honestly.
Yeah. It's not a bad idea.
Can you just step out of it?
Can you, Buttock, you're pretty strong. I think you can rip yourself out.
Can I grab my dagger and cut it off me?
Yeah, go ahead and make an attack roll.
One hour in and we're fighting plants.
You're doing great.
I've never used my
You're
dagger
doing
before. I gotta
so
see what it's
good.
got.
It's okay. Omi hasn't brought out the thing yet, so we're not dying yet.
Yet.
What is
Yeah.
the thing? Do I get to know what the thing
13.
is?
13. Yeah, it's a plant. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Their dice tower.
Hmm.
We bought them a dice tower, and they have yet to use it.
Ooh.
That's true. It's still on my bookshelf.
Shoot, where's that die? It would be 6 damage.
6 damage. Yeah, you pretty easily cut this this like tendrils off of your leg, and you are no longer grappled. At that,
Yay.
we are going to jump back over to Calder and Ruby. Did you guys figure out a plan on how you're locking this man in this room? Yeah?
I tried 4 times to take my mouse and move over to my laptop with like my camera. My mouse is in fact not connected to my laptop, so it did not work that well. But we got there. We do have a
Okay.
plan.
I don't know how that correlates to the plan, but
It doesn't. It was oversharing.
okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. So what is your plan on how you're locking this man in this room?
We're gonna take one of our daggers and we're gonna like jam it into the lock so we can't unlock it.
And we are going to close the door and take a chair and like hook it over the knob.
Well,
so it can't
actually,
turn.
wait. Oh, hold on.
First, we're gonna like question him.
Are there's no like windows? Is there any other way to get into the room besides this door?
No.
Is there any way to get out of this room besides this door?
No.
Cool. So we're gonna shut it, we're gonna lock it, and then I'm gonna take one of my daggers and I'm gonna jam it into the lock and kind of break off the tip of the dagger. so that it can't be unlocked.
Okay. Go ahead.
I
Calder,
would like to question him first.
are you questioning him first? Because once you do this, you
Oh,
can't really
no.
get back in.
That's right. I did want to ask him questions.
Also, do you have a
And
plan on
also-
how you're going to get back in?
Yeah, say we want to be
No.
able to get back in at some point.
Just break the door down.
Okay, yeah. Veritog's pretty good at that. All right,
Thanks.
cool. Yeah, all right. So you guys, he's just kind of like in the room.
Is he trying to go anywhere? Or is he just standing there?
He's kind of like not quite pacing, but just like rocking back and forth.
Are you good?
And I. Alright, I'm gonna grab one of the rations from the desk and try and like hand it to him.
What are the what?
He takes it from you?
Does he eat it?
No.
It's like, hey, look, soup.
This does not look like soup.
It's a new kind. It's a special new kind. We just made it.
Soup is wet.
I
This
can
is
spit
not
on
wet.
it. To make it wet,
This is not soup.
I could like, cause I have
have
shape
water.
water. I could just take the mush from the ground outside and just.
It was
wet.
slow. Yeah, are we leaving this man some water?
I
Or
don't
is that
know,
just,
are
like,
you?
automatic?
What are you
Is
doing?
this included in the rations?
No, water's not included in the rations.
Okay.
Water's not included. I thought it was.
No, that would be why you have water skins as well.
That's why we have water canteens.
We will get him some water.
Okay.
I will leave him water now.
Okay. So hold on. What are you doing?
I don't know. Calder, what are you doing?
Leaving him stuff so he can be locked in here and not die.
So while
We are not
Calder-
trying
I'm
to
just
kill
kidding,
a man.
Calder's just like going in and out of the room, like back with like the soup, coming
Mhm.
back with like water or something.
I'm
And,
giving
like,
him stuff from my bag. Like my rations, my water.
Oh, you're just gonna leave him at your entire water canteen?
I'll go get a cup.
A cup.
So you hand this man rations and then you just leave to grab a cup?
Maybe we can watch him.
Okay. All right.
I'm just gonna kind of like gently take the rations from him and just set it on the side and be like, are you okay?
I'm fine.
Blink twice if you're in danger. I didn't catch that. I'm gonna
just-
be honest.
He doesn't blink twice. He just stands there.
What's your name?
Albert?
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 Okay. I don't know.
Can I have
you.
my soup?
No.
I would like soup, please.
We can make you soup?
I would like my soup, please.
Why do you want your soup?
Because I like my soup.
What's so special about your soup?
It tastes good.
I can make soup that tastes good.
I doubt it.
Okay, well, what if I'm right?
I don't care.
You're so mean, bro. Okay.
Can I come back with like a pitcher of water at this point?
Yeah,
I
you
don't
can
want you
have
to
the
roll
pitcher.
behind
Find a pitcher.
Nah, you're good. You just have a pitcher of water. Not sure
It's
where
that-
it came
it's like that meme where if, like, it's the pizza, the guy comes in with the pizza and everything's like on my hair almost.
You just
And
got a
it's
pitcher of water.
Cool. Water on the desk.
How long have you been eating soup?
I like soup. Soup every day.
Just every day.
Only
Is
soup?
it
Do you ever try anything else?
breakfast, lunch, dinner?
I eat other foods as well. But I like my soup.
So if you eat
Makes
other
the soup.
foods, what is wrong with this food? Pointing at the rations.
Well, I like my food.
Well, this is your
And-
food now. We're giving it to you.
This is your food.
That looks not like my food.
Theoretically, if you couldn't eat any other food, but this food, would you eat it?
I want my food.
Okay, but just for like say hypothetical purposes, if you were somehow to get stuck in a room with only this food, would you eat it?
I want my
it-
food.
That's not an answer.
I want my food.
No.
I want my food. And he starts fighting you to try and get out.
No. Can I like try and make a strength check? Just
Yep,
can I
opposing.
hold him in the air like a toddler?
No, give me well,
Air
okay,
drill.
we'll see. Give me an opposing strength check. Let's see.
16.
Oh fuck. 16. So you guys are at a crossroads. You are not holding him in the air, but he is also not leaving yet. But it's like a back and forth.
Tell her do something.
I don't know what to do.
I don't know. Put
Can
the
I help
picture
you?
down. Help me restrain him. I don't
All right,
know.
I'll help you. I did put the picture down. I'll help Ruby pick him up.
Let me go. All right, strength checks, both of you.
I got a 3.
I should. Sucks to suck because I got a 4.
How did okay? So that was basically advantage, and he rolled a 16.
Again?
Yeah. So you rolled a 3 and you rolled a 4. I can't give that to you.
I know you can't.
So
no.
he manages to get out of your guys' grasp. He's a slippery little guy. He just kind of swoop out the door and starts walking back towards the kitchen.
Walking, cool. Let's run after him and try and
Yeah,
pick him up
chase
again.
after him and try and like take him back.
Okay. All right. Opposing strength checks.
Albert, we will bring you soup. Just wait in the room.
17.
Can I plead with him?
Make a persuasion check for me.
Persuasion.
Whoop.
14.
14. You'll bring me soup?
Yes.
Bring you soup.
Sure.
Uh,
And he starts
Alright.
walking back to the room.
Ruby, can you wait with him? I'll go down to the kitchen.
Sure.
Alright.
Go follow him back to the room.
Okay, Calder, what are you doing in the kitchen?
Hold on, I'm taking notes.
So, nice weather we're having.
Can I talk to the other two that are there and ask them to like help me make soup? But I'm going to closely monitor and try not to let them add spices. Because that's what we were told earlier before they headed out.
Okay.
So it's
Alright.
gonna be a bland soup, but it will be soup.
Okay, all right. So yeah, you go into the kitchen to these two to these two chefs. What do you say to them?
Wow, that soup was so good. Can I please get another bowl?
You like soup?
I love soup.
I've got soup right here. And they try and hand you a bowl of soup.
I'm gonna accidentally trip and drop it on the floor. Quote unquote. Oh, fuck, my soup!
Make a
No, my soup!
make a
I'm gonna like dramatically fall to the ground. My soup!
Make
No,
a
I'm really feeling it.
make a I'm gonna make you make 2 checks for me. One is a sleight of hand check to see if you can successfully knock the soup out of their hand.
It's a 19.
Okay, you successfully knocked the soup. Now I need you to make a performance check for me to see how well your acting is.
we'll
What's
start a
my
fight.
performance? That is 16?
16? Okay, yeah, it's a
I
pretty
can't do
decent
math.
performance. No one really sees it because these two are dazed, but you know deep down in your soul that
I
it's
sold that soup. I cried over that
you
soup.
sold that performance. Like that soup on the floor, tears coming out of your eyes. Oh man. Oh, don't worry, we can make you more soup.
I can help you. I just really want that soup. Get it out there quicker.
Oh, don't worry, we can make you soup.
I can help. Or do you not want me to?
Would you like to
If
learn
they
how to
said-
make soup?
I would love to learn how to make soup.
Okay. All right. So, something I never thought I was gonna have to do in my in D&D. We are gonna role play making soup in D&D. Okay. Yeah. So, what kind of? Hold on. Let's go ahead and call this.
Hypothetically, what role did I need to pass that if they're dazed?
Well, again. Oh, shut up! I did not almost say Minecraft. Maybe slightly, but no, it's fine. Anyway, what was I saying? That's right. So,
Making soup.
again, you have seen the server guy hold 5 things of soup. Like they're dazed, but they're not like
Right, but you'd also said they're not really like paying attention to my performance.
but they also really like soup.
That is true.
So they just
So-
looked sadly at the soup on the floor and
Yeah.
ignored me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of. Okay, all right. Go ahead. We're gonna do a skill check. So I'm gonna have you pick a skill and explain to me what you're doing and how this skill is going to help you make the soup.
I am picking investigation,
Okay?
and it is me deeply and thoroughly watching them, the soup making process, every step.
Okay.
I am deeply invested in this process.
Okay. We'll see if you are deeply invested. Go ahead and roll an investigation check for me.
Be in that one.
17.
17. Yeah, okay. You are watching as they make the soup, and you are mostly specifically looking out for these spices, I'm assuming. So they do put quite a few things in the soup. It is like a as I said before, it is a spud soup or like a mushroom soup. So there are mushrooms that go in it, there is a broth that goes in it, there's some cream that goes in it. And then you also notice that they reach for a little glass jar of something that looks like a spice. You're not sure if that is the same spice that is what's causing the hallucinations, but it is a spice that you're seeing that they are about to put in the soup.
Alright. Fuck, I need to think of a way to not have that happen or get some soup.
Do you
before
want
they
me
do
to
it.
come back to you? Or do you got it?
I would like to ask them if I can help and like specifically do it. Like, oh, may I add that? Like, be invested, can I help?
Okay.
So, do I need to roll for that?
Go. I'm gonna say no because you already were asking to help make the soup. So no, they're gonna hand you the spice. What do you do with the spice?
Eat it.
Eat it.
This
Well,
is your
that
subconscious speaking. Eat it.
theoretically, if this is like what's causing all the issues, that could be a slight problem.
Eat it.
I'm gonna ask them if this is like what makes it taste so good. Is this like the main ingredient? Is this what makes it taste the best in your opinion?
This is our specialty, you could say.
Do you guys like it a lot?
I like it very much.
I'm gonna look over at their bowls. Would you like some more in yours then?
Yes, please.
Cool. I'm gonna sprinkle some on top of both of their soups. And while they're distracted, hopefully eating their soup, like spoon out some extra soup into a bowl and like stick it behind some other ingredients.
Okay.
So I have non-spice soup.
Okay. Go ahead and make it a sleight of hand check for me. To see if you can successfully spoon out soup without the seasoning in it, without them noticing.
15.
15. Yes. From what you are aware, you successfully hide the soup from them.
I do not like the phrasing of that.
What do you mean?
From what you are aware,
Yeah, from what you're aware, you hide the soup from them successfully. What do you do with your unseasoned soup?
I asked them, like before I leave, I'm like, alright, is the soup all done and ready?
They're just kind of eating more of the soup and they don't acknowledge you anymore.
Alright, I'm gonna take the spice bottle with me, and I'm gonna pick up my undrunk soup and bring it to our good friend that's getting locked in the room.
Okay, cool. Ruby, as this is happening, what are you doing?
I'd like. Is there like 2 beds in the room, or is it?
It's just one.
I'd like to imagine we're both just kind of sitting on the bed. I'm like just staring at the floor, kind of like kicking it with my feet.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, so. How are you today?
I want soup.
Calder's making some really good soup for you. Trust me. Calder, one of the best cooks and quickest learners I know.
I'm the best what?
Learners. Cook. I don't know, man. I'm trying to talk you up here.
Talking up the... You just need to talk up the soup. I think that's all I care about.
So, what do you think is your favorite part about the soup?
I like the flavor.
Flavor. Do you know what flavoring is used?
We have special flavoring.
Special flavoring. Oh. Where would one get the special flavoring? I kind of want to use it in my own food.
We grow it ourselves.
Oh, okay.
You
So
can
it's
get
from
it
here.
from the market.
Good. Oh, okay. Um, do you know what the spices are?
It's a couple of plants that we grow
Oh.
special here.
Oh, okay. So they're plants from here. What type of plants do you guys grow?
They are some plants that only grow here.
What plants would those be?
I'm not. Hold on. I don't really work in that area, so I don't
I get
know
you.
specifically what
So
kind of
what
plants.
you just serve people? Is that your job?
I serve soup.
You serve soup?
I serve soup.
Got you. You got a family or
I've got lots of family.
you gonna elaborate or
When's the soup coming?
it should be here in a few minutes. You know. A few minutes. Elder.
Do I need to wait for my arrival to be announced by the DM, or can I just be like, I burst in, like, soup's on?
You burst in, the soup's on.
Soup's on, everybody!
Alright, we're gonna stop there and we're gonna head back to the other crew. Now that we have successfully made unseasoned soup.
I just imagine Kelder kicking in the door like Kool-Aid Man going through a wall, like, soup's on!
Oh, yeah.
Yeah! Soup!
gosh. Okay, all right. What are you guys doing?
Does Bertog get out of the plants?
Yep, Bird
Yeah,
Talk is
I did.
Bird Talk is out of the
Yeah,
plant.
You get out.
Okay. I'm still gonna head over to the door with the glass, because it looks pretty. It's the shiniest door I can see.
Okay, go ahead and roll another acrobatics or athletics check.
I like how this groups make decisions.
Penny, go ahead. What are you doing?
I'm going to see if I can get, like, without touching the plant, a sample of it
Okay, how are you doing
to
that?
possibly bring back to my place. Is there? He's a scientist. Are there like any gloves around that I could possibly put on?
In this area, in the foyer, no.
Okay.
There's not any like science-y items here.
Okay. Would I? How many times have I snuck in? Have I snuck in here or like come in here?
I would assume so if you've broken the door down.
I've snuck in poorly. I assume that I know where he would keep his gloves.
Yeah, so you know that each of the 4 rooms along the sides are like testing rooms. Like rooms where
Okay.
he would experiment on probably the plants because that's what he was doing experiments and like testing and researching on.
Yeah.
And then you know that the office in front of you is more of where he would keep all of his like research notes and stuff like that.
Well, actually, I'll probably head to the office first and see if he had any notes of the plants going yet or not.
Okay. Also make an athletics or acrobatics check for me. Before we come back
Yeah,
to
that's
Fim.
funny.
Burtog, what are you doing?
What other rooms are there?
So there are 4 rooms on each. There's 2 rooms on each of the walls. Like pretty spread out, but each of the doors look to be in a different state of broken down. You can't see into the rooms at the moment, but you do actually go ahead and make a perception check for me.
16.
Guidance.
6. You tried so hard. Eventually, you'll use guidance, and it'll work out.
I'm gonna yell it every time now.
So as you are looking around, you do notice the far left room, like the far back left room. It looks like that room has been almost entirely broken down, and it looks like there are plants kind of wrapping around the outside of the door, like from the inside, like kind of wrapping around the outside.
Could I ask a quick question?
Yep.
I know that wasn't what I saw necessarily, but like the plants on the ground, none of that was there a few weeks ago when I was here.
Correct.
I break down that door.
You break down the already broken down door?
Yeah. Well, I
Go-
mean, well, if it's broken down, the door's still there, right?
Yeah, the door is still there. It's just like falling over.
Or can I just like knock it over then? I guess I'm not really breaking it down.
Yeah. Once again, go ahead and make an athletics or acrobatics check to get over to that door. Fim, what did you roll?
I rolled another 9, but can I try and run and jump and away from I go and find a patch that's clear of plants?
Are you?
Because you had me, I was walking before, but I noticed that I like probably stepped on another plant, and I just want to like book it to a place that I know is like semi-clear of plants.
Okay. Before you do that, make a dexterity saving throw.
Ah,
Penny.
darn.
Yeah, I rolled a 10.
Okay, make a dexterity saving throw.
Perfect.
Great.
21 for me.
Okay, you get out of the plant.
10.
You are now grappled by the plant. So your foot is stuck in the plant. You can take an action to try and get out. We'll see though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Cool. Penny, I'm gonna say you probably got about halfway down before you got attacked by a plant. Are you continuing to just go straight forward, or are you trying to look for a different route to get there?
Do I have anything? Can I have not played a druid in a while, so legit correct me if I'm wrong. Could I turn into a spider and like climb the wall and kind of get around the floor?
Yeah, you should be able to.
Or is there like, I'm pretty sure or is there plants growing on the wall too?
There are plants growing on the walls, but I feel like I would say
shoot a web and swing.
probably not that. But I would say
Guys.
I would say as a spider, you would be able to, because you would be able to walk like around the sides and like up the walls and stuff like that. I would say that you probably would be able to find a path pretty easily to get through without having to touch any of the plants. The problem that you guys are having on the ground is that the plants are everywhere. So basically it's like rough terrain but with plants that are trying to grapple you. So I think as a spider you would be able to. It's just going to take you a little bit more time because you are figuring out a path as a spider, like walking around a bunch of different plants. Which you can take that time, and you'll just get there, and it'll just take you a little bit longer.
Where's Torrance?
Torrance is just kind of standing in the back, like just letting you guys go. He's like, he just does not appear to want to deal with plants at the moment.
Follow-up question. I
Okay.
have to look up a spell.
Okay. You go ahead and look at the spell. Burtog, is there any special way that you're trying to get over there, or are you just trying to walk over there?
What do you mean by a special way?
I don't know. Are you like trying to get over there any specific way? Like, you know, Penny
Just avoiding plants.
just avoiding plants?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you roll your athletics or acrobatics?
Yeah, 14.
14. I'm going to say with a 14 you managed to get over there without stepping on any of the plants. Fim, how are you getting out of your plant situation?
I'm grabbing my knife and I'm gonna also try and cut it.
Okay, roll an attack roll for me.
Okay. Do I look at anything?
What
Just
is
give you what I rolled.
what is your attack plus your knife?
That's right. Okay.
It should be
Hold on.
proficiency plus dexterity for a knife, I believe. Or would it? Yeah, I think it's dexterity because it's a finesse weapon.
You said proficiency?
Proficiency.
It's a log. And you said dexterity?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Does a 26 work?
Yeah, 26 definitely hits. Roll damage.
Cool. Roll damage.
Yep, roll damage.
Oh god. Okay.
Honestly, I'm not gonna have you roll damage. You managed to get yourself out of your situation, and now you are trying to
Cool.
look for a better path to go.
Yes.
Okay.
I want to look like up on the ceiling and anywhere else
that
is away from plants.
Okay. So there's not really a place away from plants, but I will let you do a perception or investigation check to see if you can find a specific path to go without having to step in the plants. Burtog, you make it over to the door, and Penny, what is your
Yeah, I'm going spider.
You're going spider? Okay, all right,
Yeah, turn to a spider. Start
cool.
making my
So
way.
making your web.
Yeah.
All right, you're walking with her.
Fine.
Cool. Burger Talk, you make it to your door.
Uh-huh.
What are you doing?
Looking for anything unusual.
Okay, are you peeking inside of the room?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you look inside of the room, you see that there are plants all around this area, basically covering everything. Almost everything inside of this room is broken. There are like beakers and stuff of that, or what used to be beakers, just broken glass shards on the floor. There are tables that appear to be crushed and like bended from plants. They've grown and wrapped around these like metal tables, stuff like that. They're also, you do notice, to the right of the room is a spot on the floor that does not have any plants in it at all. You also notice that in that area, it looks to be charred. Like the floor looks to be burnt.
Oh.
And that's what you notice from that room. Fim, what did you roll on your perception?
17, but
17?
my perception is a 4, so 21.
Cool. All right. Yep. You find a path to get over to the wall. I'm gonna say both you and the spider arrive at the same time. So you guys make it to the glass door at about the same time.
I'm gonna crawl up on like Fim's leg in hopes that they just kind of bring me in with them.
Ah! What? Why? I'm gonna just like freak out because we already dealt with spiders. I'm like, ah!
That's true. They did deal with spiders.
What is this? I'm gonna like grab the spider, like,
You're just holding the spider. The spider is like this big.
I hate spiders!
And just-
I got traumatized by a big spider!
Just kind of looking at you.
Was this? I remember like some magic happening. It was like, is this you? Penelope? Wave or something, I don't know, before I yeet you back into the plants.
I guess my little pincer is kind of.
It's a little
I'm
pincer
gonna
wave.
take that as a yes. I'm gonna take that as a yes.
Okay.
I do not want to be
Lol.
chucked into plants as a spider.
I'm just gonna hold it.
Okay. What are you doing?
I don't know. I'm gonna.
You
set
made
on the
it.
floor.
You made it to the wall. You put the spider on the floor. The spider was trying to climb on you.
Fine, I'll leave the spider on my shoulder.
Okay. All right. So you made it to the door, or to the wall. What are you doing now?
Okay, where am I? Where am I towards the door?
You're near the door. You're right in front of the door.
Cool. I want to look at the door.
Okay.
I want to inspect this door.
What are you inspecting the door for?
I don't know. Can I open it?
Do you try?
Yes.
It appears to be locked.
Darn. Can what's the lock like?
Are you wanting to be able to pick the lock?
Can I pick the lock?
You can go ahead and roll a sleight of hand check. You should already have proficiency in it.
Yep. 14?
14?
Mhm.
I will say that you managed to pick the lock.
Yes.
You have not opened the door yet, but the door is unlocked now.
Woo.
What are you doing?
Go. I'm gonna open the door now.
You're just gonna open the straight door?
I don't know.
Alright, you open the door. Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Oh gods.
Am I also
Spider-
making a dex save?
Yeah, go ahead and make a dex save as well for me.
Does wild shape mean I'm doing it as the spider's dex or my dex?
It'll be the spider's dex. Any mental stuff would be yours. Any physical stuff would be the spider's.
Beautiful. What's a spider's dex?
It should be relatively high. I don't
It
know
should
it off
be.
the top of my head, though. Maybe like a 16, so maybe +3? I could be wrong though.
It's a +2.
Oh, I was close. Okay.
I have a hit point, by
Yep.
the way.
Yep.
Natural 20.
Oh, no.
Oh. Okay, yeah, you managed to dodge out of the way.
I leap into the air. All 8 legs splayed.
Fim, what'd you roll?
A 12.
A 12? Okay. So, Fim, you successfully unlock this door, and you, in your moment of glory, open the door, and fire just comes shooting from above you and onto you. And you are going to take... Hold on, I gotta find the dice.
Oh no, I'm gonna die.
What?
Know it.
Ah, I dropped it on the floor. You're gonna take 2 points of fire damage.
2 points?
Yep, 2 points. A whole 2 points.
Alright. That's not bad.
And the spider majestically leaps from you, noticing the fire coming down, leaps into the room, legs spread out into the air as it falls onto the floor. And does not take any damage because it's a spider.
Okay.
Alright, so you are now in the room. What are you doing?
Great. Who?
Either of you. Both of you. You are both in the room.
I'm gonna climb back up onto Finn's shoulder. I'm just gonna stay spider form for now.
Okay.
It's working out
Alright.
so far.
It's great. I'm gonna just kind of sneak my way in. Bertog, you coming or are you staying over there?
I'll come over.
How are you getting
What
over there?
about-
Walking carefully.
Walking carefully. Okay. I think I'm just gonna stay over here. Personally. I don't want to
Don't
mess
blame
around
you.
with plants. Buratog. You're doing carefully, so you're watching out. Go ahead and make a perception check for me. Or investigation, one of your choice. Flame, what are you looking for? Or are you just waiting for a bird dog to get over?
I was a 7.
That was a 7. You definitely land in a plant.
Oh my gosh.
Make a dexterity saving throw for me.
First step in and Bertog's like, snash.
How's a 9?
Oh yeah, no, you're grappled.
We
Oh,
are
great.
not dexterous.
Yeah, there's another plant coming up your leg.
Oh, great.
I assume you take a second and you get out of the plant. And I will say that you just make your way over, maybe possibly getting grappled by a couple more plants on your way over. But eventually you do make it over to the door where Fim and a spider are sitting. You do notice that there is a little bit of charring on the ground with a human-shaped or elven-shaped hole.
Fine, I don't want to talk about it. I want to investigate. I want to look around in the room and just see what's going on
Okay.
before I step in.
All right. So in the actual, yep, go ahead.
No, sorry. Finish what you're saying.
Okay. In the actual room, there does not seem to be that many actual plants, and stuff like that in the actual room itself. However, when you enter the room, there are papers scattered about everywhere. There are tables and drawers overturned, and it looks like there was somewhat of a struggle. What were you gonna say, Penny?
All right. I'm gonna look at BT, and I'm just gonna kind of look at him and be like, "Do you think that fire? Yeah.
No, keep going.
Okay. Do you think that fire trap is? We could take it off the ceiling."
So, Burtog, you see a little spider towards you. Okay.
No, actually, I don't. I start climbing on Bertog just to see if he'll like hit me or something.
I just look over like,
Because I
what?
did forget about it.
There's a spider climbing on you.
Is this normal?
Currently.
And at that, I will unspiderfy and then actually look at him and then say what I was saying before.
Okay.
BT, do you think that fire trap could be taken apart? And, like, just the fire pot? Could we burn the plants that are out using the fire trap?
Did they cut out for you guys too?
Just
Hello?
a little bit, but I still heard it. Burrtog, did
Hello?
you hear?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Burrtog, did you hear what she said?
Partly. I didn't get all of it.
Could you repeat what you said?
Yeah. So the fire trap above the door, I'm just gonna say it in my normal voice. What she's basically asking is, do you think that you could like pull that off in a way that would let it still work? And then we could possibly try and use it on the plants to like burn them away.
I'd say it's possible. It's worth a shot.
I am 3 feet tall. I'm asking you if you can be the one to rip this from the ceiling.
Yeah.
So are you attempting to rip it from the ceiling, or are you attempting to take it
Absolutely.
apart? Okay, so you're just ripping it straight from... Okay, cool.
Yes.
Alright, cool. Go ahead and make a strength check for me.
Perfect. 19.
I'm gonna say no. You don't rip this metal trap container thing from a stone wall.
Dang it.
Could we twist it to outside? Like, you know, just reposition, like
movable?
bend it?
Are you asking if it's movable?
I am.
How strong am I?
That's a you question.
Okay.
You
You're
kicked the
right.
door down. It was like nothing for you.
Okay, let me clarify where this thing is. This is attached to the ceiling, pointing down. There is a wall in front of it, so I don't think you're going to be able to turn it to point outwards.
Is there anything flammable within the does there happen to be just a flamethrower sitting on the table in
Any
the room?
spare flamthrowers?
Make an investigation check for me.
Perfect. I assume this is gonna go really well.
You get our luck.
A 18.
Okay, you do not find a flamethrower, unfortunately.
Darn.
However, you do find some matches and some gasoline.
I would like to take the gasoline and the matches and begin setting the plants on fire.
Okay, yeah. The ones on the
Just on
outside?
floor. Yeah, the ones outside on the floor. I
Okay.
want to leave the ones on the walls so that I could take some samples, but
Okay, yeah. You
just
start
starting to like clear a path.
Yep, you start making a path from the door that you are in over towards Torrance, who is still just standing there because he does not want to get touched by a plant. As
Lawrence,
you
I'm setting these on fire. You might want to move. She starts just throwing gasoline.
Oh dear gods! He like shimmies over to the side. As you set the plants on fire, you notice that they start like shriveling kind of away from the fire, like they attempt to move away from it. And I was gonna say you hear screeches, but it's plants, so you don't hear screeches. It just burns. So yeah. Hey Finn, what are you doing?
I'm watching this, and I'm gonna turn back into the room. Do I notice any traps in the room
Make an investigation check for me.
before I could start wandering in? Done. $17.
Okay. So you do notice one other trap. However, it looks to be already set off. It looks like there was a it looks like there was a dart trap that has been shot into the wall. But there does not appear to be any other traps that you can see.
Awesome. And you said there's papers and stuff all over the floor?
Yep, there are papers and
Okay.
stuff all over the floor, overturned drawers, stuff like that.
I'm gonna kind of go to the drawers and stuff and see if there's anything in there and investigate the drawers.
Okay. I am going to just give you this because it's in the drawers.
Okay.
I'm going to send you something. You find a stack of papers that appear to be like a journal entry. And this is what it says.
Okay.
1 second.
Are you DMing me this, or
Yes,
is
I
this
am.
gonna be in chat?
I am DMing it to you. Okay, there you go.
Oh.
Okay. So that is what you find amongst the papers. Yeah, so you guys are burning pathways through the fire. Buratog, are you just standing there watching this happen? I'm assuming Buratog is just standing there watching this happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
The silence speaks volumes.
The silence speaks
Yeah, I'm
volumes.
just gonna spectate.
Cool. Eventually you do manage to get a path burned and you can safely walk across this area without having to make any checks or anything to get across. And that path is open. Fim, you found some things. Is there anything else that you would want to do, or is that it?
Is there any other things of importance in the drawers or around the room that I can also snatch and grab?
Go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Poor Randy, he's being robbed blind.
Makes sense. I am a rogue. An investigation check.
Mhm.
Nine?
Okay. With a 9, you do find like 5 pieces of gold, and maybe a picture of something, like a bottle of something, but you're not sure what it is.
Alright, I'm gonna snatch the gold and take the picture.
Well, it's not exactly a picture. I said the wrong thing. It's like a small like vial or like bottle of something.
Vial of some other substance, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna take that
Okay.
with the gold.
Okay. Yep. So you have like 5 pieces of gold and a bottle of something.
Gold!
Cool. And then do you guys head out,
You guys got better.
or are you going somewhere else?
I wanted to go to the office, unless that was where we just were. I don't remember.
That was where you just were.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to try and find some gloves in one of the other rooms so I can try and take some samples of the plants.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and say that you are able to find gloves. You make a fire path across the to the other side, and then you also make a little path over to the door that looks to be the least beaten up. And you are able to get into the room. It looks like this room does not appear to be super plantified. This one appears to be like relatively clean. And you're able to find some gloves. Go ahead and make a nature or sleight of hand check to see if you can get a sample.
15.
Yeah, I'll say it's not a big sample, but you do manage to get a relatively it's a mid-sized sample of some plants that you can probably do a little bit of testing on.
Okay.
Okay. Would you guys head back to the inn after that? Or is there anything else that
Yeah.
you'd like to do?
I did want to make sure that Randy wasn't in any of the rooms, like unconscious or dead or bleeding out or
Yeah.
anything like that.
Yeah.
So you
That's
guys
fair.
open all of the rooms. It looks like each of the rooms is in a different state of disarray. So the one that you first went in, or the one that you went in, yeah, the one that you got the gloves in, that one looked relatively clean. The other two that have not been opened, those ones have slight plant growth, but it does not look anything to the effect of the 4th room. None of the rooms you see have Randy in them. He appears to not be in the area.
Okay. In that case, I at least am finished in the lab.
Okay.
I don't think there's anything else we can get that I know of. Torrance, do you want to look around?
You know, I think I will not do that, actually. I'm good.
Your friend seems to be a scaredy cat. Is that true?
I resent that.
You're accurate.
He walks away.
He didn't deny it.
Yeah,
I never believed that he was a part of a royal guard.
for 2 weeks.
How'd you get the job in the first place?
I guess we'll never know. All right, you guys start making your way back to the inn. Ruby and Calder, you guys are force feeding a man some soup?
I don't know about force feeding.
He asked for
came-
this soup. I don't know
Calder
what you're
came
talking
in
about.
with soup, and that's where we left off. Is
Yep.
Calder just bursting in with soup?
All right, so you are awkwardly talking to this man about his family, and he just wants soup. And as you are talking about this, Calder, I have soup. What happens now?
I walk up and give them soup.
Soup. Ta-da!
The man
That's all I
takes
have.
the soup.
Freshly made, hot off the thing.
Oh, soup.
I watched them like a hawk. They made it well.
Thank you. He starts eating the soup, and
It's
then he
like-
spits out the soup.
Tears lingering in the corner of my eyes. What the fuck was that?
Why are you
We
spitting
worked
it
hard on
out?
that soup.
This
Our soup!
is
You destroyed
not.
our soup!
You
You
literally
spat
asked
it out!
for
We worked so hard on it! You don't want to eat our soup?
This roll persuasion check with disadvantage.
Oh god. $24. And another 21.
21 is your lowest.
I rolled a 17 and a 16.
With your little outburst, he kind of like flinches away, and Sally looks at the soup, looks back at you, takes
I'll
a
start
spoon,
crying again.
takes this. Are you actually crying?
I'll start crying
Can
again.
you cry on command? Is that something you can do?
He takes the soup and starts
I
eating
can
it.
control waters. I can like, force it out of my tear ducts.
I don't think that's how that works.
It's control water. If it's within the feet, I can make it move. I can squeeze it out of them ducts.
Yeah, I feel like you might burst your eye ducts possibly if you try and do that.
I
Should
think
we
the
try
spell
it?
specifically says you can't use like bodily fluids.
Yeah, I think so.
I can take water from outside and like make it look like I was crying.
He's just eating the soup now. Did we
Great.
guilt trip him into eating this?
He does not like the taste of the soup, but he is eating it.
Thank you.
Cool. Do we lock him in the room now?
What, you can't just say that out loud.
How are you locking him in the room? Are you shoving your dagger in it and just breaking it off?
Yeah, once we shut the door.
Okay, I do
Maybe
have
we
a
should
question for you.
Block it
Yeah.
with the door, or not the door,
How
a
are
chair, so we can get back in.
I was like, Ruby, how are you planning on getting back in if you break your knife into the lock?
We'll just break the door down.
You're just gonna break the door down.
Yeah, we talked about this.
Okay. So who is all right? So Fim, not
Unless
Fim,
anybody
Kelder.
else has a better idea.
Well, there's only 2 of you. So Calder, you walk over to the dining area. You grab a chair and you're like walking back. Ruby, go ahead and make a sleight of hand check for me.
Oh no. 15.
15. Okay, yeah, you jam your dagger into it, and you start to like. It's a dagger. It's steel. I don't think you can break off the tip of your dagger, but you do manage to bend it, so now your dagger's just kind of sticking out of the thing, slightly bent. But it doesn't look like it's gonna move.
Success?
Yeah.
Can I try and unlock it and turn the handle to see if it'll
Yeah.
can I jiggle the handle and try and open it?
Yep, you try and jiggle the handle. It the knife is in the way. There's a dagger in the way. You can't open it. It doesn't open. Calder
That's a success.
Calder, you push up a chair against the door. So now you have a knife hanging out of the lock and a chair pushed up against the door. So at this point,
That does not sound good.
at this
That
point,
is the thing you can do. You we take the back and hook it under. I learned this from the show Recess when I was 6. I've always wanted to try it.
Hey,
I don't know if it's actually possible, but you do it because magic and D&D and yeah. All right. So you, as you are breaking your knife and putting this chair into the door, your friends return from wherever they went off to. They
I'm
walk.
just gonna pretend like nothing happened.
Cool. Yeah. So
Just gonna
Bertog,
walk
Penny,
away from the room.
and Fim, you walk into the inn, and to the left you see Calder and Ruby walking away from a door that seemingly has a knife kind of dangling from it and a chair pushed up against it.
What
But
were
what
you
happened
guys
here?
up to?
There was
You're
a
muted.
really
You're
big
muted.
spider.
You're muted.
You're muted.
I'm muted?
Penny.
No. Penny.
There you
Which
go.
way does that
Oh.
door open?
She's a little slow.
It opens
There
out.
was a really big spider in there.
I don't care to lie to you. You said we could lock him in there. We locked him in there.
What?
Which him?
We didn't lock anybody in there.
I'm getting very mixed messages here.
Oh my god.
So
You did
anyway,
not
Help it.
lock the waitress in the room.
no, we didn't lock the waitress.
Waitress? I don't think there was a waitress who worked here.
Exactly.
Look,
What
you told
waitress?
us that you were friends with Nellie and we could not lock her in. And we didn't. She's
So
right
we
there.
didn't lock
She's
Nellie in the
fine.
room.
You see, Nellie's
Nothing happened.
fine. Albert, however, he's totally locked in
Who's
my room.
Elbit? I don't know of this Elbit. You're delusional.
Okay, but however, he is eating unseasoned food and has rations that does not have, and I pull out of my pocket, whatever this stuff is
What the
that
fuck
they
is
were
that?
adding to the soup.
Where
And
did
I'm
you
actually
get
gonna
that
take what they are holding, what Calden is holding, and kind of take it and start comparing it to the sample that I took from the wizard
Mhm.
thing, the scientist's
You-
area.
Mhm.
What the hell is
While you were comparing that, can you also take this vial of whatever this is? And I
Where
give
did
them the
you
vial
guys
of whatever got.
Why do you have plants?
Well, while
Also,
you
is
were
this-
busy
Yeah.
kidnapping, we went to go investigate the lab.
What lab?
They went to go find the
I thought you were going to
scientist.
visit a scientist. Why are you investigating a lab if you're a scientist?
Scientists usually have labs. They kind of
Yeah, but
go
why are they
together.
investigating
Like
the
a
lab if
package
they went
deal.
to go talk to the scientist? What happened to the scientist?
Funny you should say that. Anyway,
I don't like
I
that.
don't
What do you mean?
answer
funny?
my question.
okay, fine. He wasn't there.
Oh, okay. See, how hard was that?
How old was that?
No, how hard was that?
Very.
I'm sorry.
Especially with you.
I'm a little tired.
Anyway,
Okay.
Oh yeah, we haven't slept since we came to this
Yeah.
town.
You also haven't. Do you guys want food? We can go back to my place instead of the inn. Although you did. By the way, his name is Albert, not Albert.
Albert.
And I don't necessarily want to leave him locked in the room.
He has food. He has
but-
water. We got him
He
like
has
this
food,
big
he has
pitcher
water.
of
He's-
water.
It's not
I'm just-
drugged.
I'm just going to make sure you do know gnomes aren't dogs, correct? You are aware that we are autonomous beings.
I am aware. However,
I don't think Ruby knows.
we need to see if we can detox this out with a bigger issue to make sure that I'm trying to figure out how we can help you guys here. Detoxing is step one of
You
that,
guys
man.
didn't have a better solution. You went to go talk to stupid scientists, okay?
Well, I mean,
I would have loved to have done that.
Well, you had the option.
Yeah, you decided to go with them, so.
No,
Would
I
you
mean
like-
talk to the scientists.
Oh.
yeah, we did not actually get to talk to Randy. Would any of you like to come to my house and
No.
have the plants that I grow in my backyard
Okay.
as dinner, since none of you have eaten?
We have
I'm vetoing
rations.
Ruby. Yes, we're going.
Okay, fine.
If anyone has objections, you guys can go stay here and be poisoned. I'm hungry.
Okay,
Finn's
all
I
right.
would
happy
like to
right
get
now.
some good food. However, I do feel we
Tired.
should then come back because
Yeah, can we come back like tomorrow to check on what's his
we
name?
kind of do
Yes,
have a
we're
man
not
locked in
leaving
the room.
Albert just locked in there forever.
Gotta be illegal.
So, but you're agreeing to let him stay
Look,
there the
I
night.
gave him lots of water. It's good for flushing the systems.
I mean, overnight, I guess will be fine. Did you leave him things to do? Did
No.
you leave him
Throw in a couple
did
books.
your toys or anything?
He could sleep.
Look, from what I
There's a
gathered from
bed.
talking with your cooks, they kind of just stare at this. They're
Yeah, we
really
gave him a
super
bowl of soup, so
motivated.
he'll be fine. He has a
They-
bowl.
I do
and-
not
They
think he will care about
So-
what we have if it's not soup. We gave him
I'm-
soup. I made soup. They taught me how to make soup. He's
without-
How
mad.
to make soup?
I'm so mad. That ungrateful little shithead spit out my soup.
Yeah, he spit out the soup. I started
I
crying.
worked
and
so
then
hard
he,
on that soup.
Then he ate it.
Yeah,
Well-
we guilt tripped him into eating it. But he's eating non-poison food. It's an improvement.
Are we sure? Given that you just learned how to make soup, it is edible.
Look,
Well, I don't think Calder made
I didn't do that
made
much.
it.
I asked to add the seasoning, and then I did not add the seasoning. So I didn't actually make the soup. I just stole seasoning.
Perfect. You did great then, actually. Anyway, who would like to come back to my place and have actual dinner? We'll leave
Oh.
Albert locked in a room. Oh, he's going to kill me when this is over.
That's if he remembers.
Exactly.
He'll kill
You
me
are-
regardless.
It sounds like
Not
this
if we
is not
kill
like
him
really
first.
Bad blood.
No, he's just annoying.
Theo.
Well,
Tell us
you
how you
have
really
the
feel.
seasoning, so you can just keep him drugged when he's too much of a problem.
I'm not going to just drug my townsfolk.
Do it. Sorry, what are we
No.
talking about? I saw a bird. I got distracted.
All right, well, come with me if you want food. Please don't drug anyone purposefully on the way. They've already had enough
you
of it.
took it.
So you said purposely. What if we don't do it on purpose?
I would prefer it if you didn't drug anyone.
Okay.
Just period.
Okay.
I think that's the baseline of a decent person. Not drugging someone, period.
I mean, what if we did the opposite of drugging, non-drugging? That's essentially what we
I-
did with Albert. So
I
we're
was like,
good
that's basically
people.
what you're. I assume we're walking to my
This,
house.
yeah, this conversation is happening as you are walking to the house. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Technically, you have not undrugged Albert yet. You've just locked him in a room with unpoisoned soup.
But we're in the process of undrugging.
Which is.
Hopefully.
You're in the process of possibly proving a hypothesis.
I think that by locking him in a room with unpoisoned food, we'll
I
unpoison
honestly
him.
am a little bit
Therefore,
concerned that he's going
we
to
are
be cold
heroes.
turkeying this and we're going to come back and he's not going to be breathing.
I was gonna say, I feel like if they were talking about this thing as if it were a drug, and they've been on this for a few weeks now, there's gotta
Cold
be some
turkey.
withdrawal systems.
Nah,
I'm
he'll be
mildly
fine.
concerned. I'll probably check on him overnight. All right.
Okay.
And then I just lead them to my
To your
house unless
house.
anybody has anything else that we want to talk about.
Nope. All right.
I
So
mean,
you
I-
guys.
Volunteer to go check with you tonight, but it's a later issue.
I have a question. Have you tried actually like healing these guys? Like giving them
I
antidotes?
assume I
or-
have. Omi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you
So-
are the one that's been dealing with like the actual sick like workers and stuff. You have them in like the doctor's hut thing.
I should check on them too tonight.
Yeah. But yeah, because you're like basically the only person who is not sick or dazed. So you are kind of just running the town currently.
How
But,
am I
yeah.
doing? A scale of 1 to 10.
10.
Could be
I
better.
immediately threw a rock in someone's soup
Yeah.
the second they were in town.
Yeah,
so-
could be better, could be better. All right. You guys arrive at Penelope's little hut. And yeah, you guys have food. You guys sit around. Do you discuss anything of what happened and explain?
Yeah, so, how was the lab? See anything? Find anything? Not the scientist, obviously.
Very
was ready.
enlightening. My
While
mood
they're
is
doing-
ablaze.
While they're doing this, I'm gonna start analyzing and looking at the 2 plants,
Okay.
like the seasoning and then the plants and everything. But
Yeah, go ahead and make another. I'm gonna say another nature check.
So, lab, you guys find anything
was-
in there or
Yes,
just a
I
whole
found
lot of nothing?
some. No, I found a few things. I found the whatever is in that vial and these papers.
oh, I'm examining the vial too.
I figured.
Oh.
I'm assuming Fem just kind of like pointed or gestured at Penelope, just be like, I found that vial over there.
And
Yeah.
what is that file?
Penelope, do you want to read it or should I? You are analyzing.
Read it.
Vial.
Oh no, wait,
plant-
I'm talking about the entries. The entries.
Yeah, that's-
Give us a summary of
Ah,
what
okay,
it
okay, okay.
says.
So wait, what did you hand me to examine?
I handed you like a vial.
Okay,
It
so
was-
then
it
you
was
still
mis-
have the book.
I
Or the
still have the
entries.
book. Okay.
Okay,
That's
okay,
what
okay.
I was confused on. Okay, I have the book. Never mind. I will read the book while you examine that.
the plants.
Okay. I found a book that I think your scientist was writing on, Penelope. If you don't mind, I'm going to read that. All right. So far, entry number 1. So far in my testing, I have not found specific or reasonable conclusions as to why this land harbors these rare plants. My hypothesis is in the soil. Further testing will commence on the ground around the town. Entry number 2. Soil findings were slim. There was very minimal evidence to show a significant difference between these lands and other lands across the nation. Further testing to come. Entry number 3. Scientific breakthrough! By infusing the plants with the concentrated ocean water, the plants, specifically weeping moss, have taken to growing at an amazing speed. Entry number 4. As it stands, the plants are growing rapidly and out of control. The testing center has been overtaken by moss and it is causing structural damage within the building. Weekends I have discovered is fire.
Weakness.
Weakness. Oh, I think you spelled that wrong.
No. What?
That says weekends.
It says weakness.
One weakness I have discovered is fire. The plant tends to shy away from flames. Entry number 5. My sponsor has pulled my funding and has required I cease this experimentations immediately. But with how fast these plants are growing, I simply cannot. A will most definitely come for these research findings soon, but I will do my best to resolve these issues before then. Ah, A's back.
Oh, is it A? Is it signed by A again?
It's signed by A. Well, not signed by A, but they mention A.
Who's A? Like, how do they mention A?
I simply cannot. A will most definitely come for these research
Oh, okay.
Who is A?
We don't know.
Someone who framed Torrance.
Torrance, yeah, somebody who so Torrance. Actually, Torrance, do you want to explain this, man, or
Sure. So my supervisor was working for this person and he kidnapped me and tried to kill me. And also blamed murder on them. But he did not get away with it, and now he is in the hands of the kingdom. But this A person apparently was the deal with it. I don't know, the back runner, you could say.
A seems to be our mastermind with the murder or the fraud murder. The murder pinning. When we got framed for murder, that's the phrase I was looking for.
Yes.
I rolled an 18 on that nature check, by the way.
Okay, what are you trying to discern specifically?
So I'm trying to figure out if what is in the spices on there is the same plant that we found in there.
Okay, yes, you can definitely tell it is not the plant that you found in there is far more energized. Like it is way more grown. There's a lot more growth. The chemical makeup is slightly different because of how like fast and how powerful the plant grew. But you can tell that this specific plant is one of the ingredients within the seasoning packet that you have.
Okay, and do I know? I mean, I can kind of infer from the notes that this is in fact the weeping moss.
Yes, you can infer. Also, you have worked pretty closely with
right. That's why I was like,
area.
I'm pretty sure I would know that this is weeping moss.
Yes.
Okay, so with that, I'm going to infer that it's weeping moss that is probably causing all of the issues. Crazy.
Fantastic.
On the plus side, we now know what plants you two should eat. So if you wanted to just do your process of elimination still, just don't eat the weeping moss, and we can pretend that was what we found. Okay. What's in the vial? Can I do a check on that, I guess?
You can spend some time to discern what it is. It's not your, I don't think you can, I'll give it to you. It's a potion of healing.
Oh. Yeah, you have a potion of healing now, Sim.
Oh, thank you.
It is what's the second level, Meadow?
Greater.
Yeah, it's a greater potion of healing.
I think.
It's the second level.
And then
first, greater, superior.
Superior, and then I don't know if there's another
I don't know what the last one is.
I will look it up and make sure, because we've had an issue before where you accidentally give us far.
No, it's fine. I only gave you guys 20 extra hit points.
Yeah.
That
Thanks.
sounds kind of nice, seeing how our
Yeah, that
have been
sounds
going.
kind of nice. Why would you take that away from us, Somi?
You don't even have that many hit points.
I'm almost
Man,
at
you don't
20.
gotta bring it up like that.
I'm also almost at 20 as well.
I'm at 16, dog. I am not.
That's close enough. You round up.
I'm at 19.
Round up.
Rounding up.
This is a level 2 healing potion. It is a common healing potion. That does not seem right. Hold on.
Common healing potion should be the first one.
The first one, yeah. Common.
Sorry, uncommon is what I meant to say.
Okay, yeah, then yeah, uncommon should be greater. Is it angelic potion of healing? No, I'm thinking of something else. Never mind. Go on,
greater potion of healing is 44 plus 4.
Okay,
no,
yeah,
I mean for
it's
the
that
fourth level one.
No. Supreme, I believe, is what it is. There's superior, and then I believe it's supreme potion of healing.
Supreme sounds right.
But I could be wrong. I don't remember
I know
exactly.
where I'm getting, okay.
Yeah, so you have a greater potion of healing, which is 44 plus 4, you said? Or plus 2? 4d4?
Yeah. 4d4 plus 4.
Okay, yeah. It is 4d4 plus 4 for that healing potion.
Okay.
Is there anything else? We are about to wrap up session. Is there anything else that you guys would like to discuss or do?
If we're
How
wrapping
did
up,
you
so we're not checking
survive?
on people tonight.
No, you're not checking
Yeah.
on people tonight.
How have you survived the non? How did you not end up eating? How did you figure it out it was the food before you got poisoned?
Me?
Yeah.
I assume. Well, I already don't trust other people's food. I have my own garden, so I just kind of ate my own food. I don't really like. I personally, as a personal thing, I don't enjoy the taste of the herbs that we make in our town. So I just kind of
So you
use
just
my
kind of
own
lucked
vegetables. Right.
out. Oh, okay. Oh, this checks out, I guess.
And then I just
Fair enough.
happened to not be in the greenhouses working with the plants around the time. Again, really just luck, honestly.
Okay. You said the weeping moss was most likely the cause, right?
Right.
Poison. Okay. Is that growing here in Pimlico or?
No, it's just an herb that we have around the area. That's why it was so known for our herbs. We have 3 different herbs that are basically only grown in this area, according to apparently the notes that Randy had. It's because of our soil levels, which makes perfectly good sense. But yeah, it's just grown within here. But this isn't exactly right. Like, this is different from the weeping moss that I am used to.
Do you happen to grow your own weeping moss?
I assume actually she has some around the area.
I would assume so, yeah.
I don't personally grow it because it's just a natural herb, but I do have some around.
Do you think that is also affected with the same stuff that this weeping moss is, or like?
Right, I would compare yours.
Yeah, like could we get like a sample A and sample B and just compare or something?
Yeah,
Is
Penny
that
goes
something you
outside.
could do?
Yeah, Penny goes outside and doesn't necessarily touch. Obviously she would know where some of the weeping moss growing around her area was, and doesn't touch it, but does kind of hold it to the vial, like the sample that she has from the place, and kind of looks at it to compare.
I'm just gonna give it to you. It looks different. It does not.
I had a smart idea.
The vial that you have kind of gives off like a slight green glow.
Oh dear, it's radiation poison. Turning
no.
into the Hulk.
It's the radiation girls all over again.
Radium girls.
Yeah, the radium girls.
Yeah, so the vial that you have, it gives off a slight green, maybe not glow exactly, but it is like it has.
Almost like a
I didn't know this
movie.
before, but the plant is glowing.
It's got aura to it.
I don't know how to explain this otherwise, but like
it's a darker like
Aura.
a iller green.
Yeah. Than the plant that you have growing in your area.
Okay, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that I can grab the stuff that is growing in my yard, grab it by hand, and bring it in to kind of show everyone else.
Yep, that it doesn't attack you.
Great.
Okay, so then it's most definitely the weeping moss then.
Do you think
Yeah, just
it
a
doesn't
little
like
bit.
fire? And I'm not saying we should set people on fire. But how close
We should
can we
definitely
get
not
people?
set people on fire.
Okay.
Not do
No.
that.
That is not the
Listen.
plan. I promise.
I'm all for kidnapping, but I
If we,
draw the
like-
limit at setting people on fire.
And that was not the plan. I promise. If we brought like a fire near them, you think react, try and get away, or is it like not gonna care if it's
like out of
consumed
character?
in the
You think
person?
it's like the alien thing where like the moss is just like scooped out? Their
Horrifying.
stomach- Yeah, I'm so sad. It's so gross.
Also, counterly, if we give them not diseased weeping moss,
Ooh.
would they
could
still
try
eat
that.
the soup? Because he did not
Yeah.
like the soup without it.
We could try. I mean,
No,
I'd have
but
to
then
find. It wouldn't be too hard to find the other 2 herbs. I'm sure they're around here somewhere. And I could make a new spice jar just with the ones that we know are not poisoned. However, that doesn't solve the problem permanently, especially if it's growing in
doesn't.
our
It's a
foundations and
plan.
stuff.
It's a plan largely around if the detox works. Seeing if what we can actually get them to eat that is not poisoned soup.
Force feed them.
Right. I'm a little concerned about the fact that they're so obsessed with soup. Like, there are other dishes in the inn.
I think
we
it's
don't
just
have
'cause
soup.
Good soup, man. Apparently, it's good soup.
He said he eats it every day.
Not
He
even the
eats
best
other-
dish in the inn.
He eats
You know
other
how,
things,
honestly,
but
They have a
man,
really
he
great.
loves that soup.
You
Like
know
I
how
said, they have really
easy-
great like BLTs. There's some like nice stew. In fact, not even
Do
soup,
any of
just
those
stew.
use the weeping moss?
All of them. I don't think you understand. We use this in all of our food.
So why
I
is
really
it
like
just
weeping
the
moss.
soup?
Well,
Because
okay,
he-
so hold on.
We
I have a
offered him
theory.
other food, and he's like, "No, I want soup."
You know
I'm
how
not
easy
sure.
it is to like spike drinks and stuff? You know how like casually you can do it? I have a feeling that the reason why they like the soup so much is because soup is more liquidy, and so I think the weeping moss might take to the soup more. He was going on a lot about flavor, so I have a feeling it has something to do with that.
He
I'm
was
really
also
hoping
going on about it not being liquid when it wasn't soup.
about it
I
not
don't
being
know.
liquid when it wasn't soup.
Yeah, I
Are they
gave him one
putting
of my
the hold
rations.
on?
I gave him
offering this-
rations, and he wanted. He's like, "It's
I
not
am
liquidy
jumping
enough. I
to
want
far
soup."
conclusions here. Fim, you said that the ocean water was a problem, yes? Do we think
Yes.
that they are making soup out of both ocean water and the herbs, and that's why there's soup?
Would that be
It's
two
become a
separate
problem.
issues? That would
salty.
be like dazed and being
know,
sick.
I would not be surprised if like salt prices went up in this area and they needed salt and decided to use the ocean water
Ocean
as
water.
an alternative.
As someone
Boil
who has
the
lived here
fucking
for 100
water to
years,
get
I
salt.
can guarantee that would happen.
You boil
Like,
the
I'll-
water to salt. You don't need to use the straight up salt water.
Maybe they're not
Inflation is a
lazy.
bitch.
It really is apparently in this place.
Anyway, we've solved it. The problem is they're putting ocean water in the soup.
Case closed.
I don't remember
Good
that
bite.
step when they were teaching me, honestly.
Maybe it just brainwashed them so they don't remember that they're putting salt water in the soup.
This is so fucking ridiculous.
Was this a
I'm
more
so
soup centered
lost.
episode than you thought
Yeah,
it would
was
be,
this where
Omi?
you planned the night to go, Omi? It's just soup.
Oh, the soup.
Soup.
I'm sure this was in the script.
Yeah.
Yeah. Soup. Gotta get some
At
soup
least
from
we
the soup
actually
store.
In fact, the only word Omi had on the script today was soup.
It's underlined twice. Exclamation marks.
You know it.
Italicized, bolded.
Yeah, I didn't write out that
Highlighted.
entire, like, you know, the entries or anything like that. It was just soup. That was on the spot,
Just
actually.
soup.
Yeah.
Why are you buying
Like,
clothes
From
at
the
the
soup store.
You!
Oh, good
But
job.
now, whenever we go adventuring,
no.
I can make a soup.
Oh, this is true. I guess you
Not
would
Only if
talking
you
about
have
how to
these-
seawater.
Powder would have the skill now.
Alright, is there anything else?
So next time we need to check on all of the people that I apparently am healing.
Why would you so against us holding people hostage when you're basically
then
doing
I-
the same thing at the med center?
I don't think that's what I'm doing. I'm pretty sure I'm taking care of them, not
We're taking-
locking them in a room.
Would you, once again, explain what the illness is actually that
Yes.
happens?
Right. So if you eat it, you end up with like hallucinations. And obviously the ditzy weirdness that you saw Nelly spinning in circles and Albert, I guess, being guilt tripped. It's very odd that you managed that with him. He's not one to be guilt tripped.
I'm really good at acting.
Clearly.
I cried.
Wow.
Yeah, it is true. Calder can just like cry on command, basically. So
You put entertainers to shame. And then if you touch them, you you end up with a severe cough and itching and rash. I assume it's probably something to do with the pollen. We probably shouldn't be breathing. I'm going to put the vials outside, just in case there's anything to do with like the pollen and stuff. I mean, if that's the case, then 4 of us are already dead. But you know,
Make an intelligence check for me.
me?
I still think it would be really funny if you did it anyway.
What? Eat it?
No,
Yeah, Ruby
like
just-
put it out like on the windowsill or like you know how you put like pie on the windowsill or something? Just put the little vial there.
What does the 6 get me?
Yeah, that's probably the poison or pollen. I mean, it's definitely.
Probably the pollen.
Definitely.
Well, I hadn't actually thought it was probably the pollen, but I think I do now.
Totally, it's totally the
Just,
pollen.
Like, thought about it so much.
I
that
am the
you're
worst
like,
druid
pollen.
alive. All right, so I put the vials and stuff outside out of concern that breathing it in is also not good. I don't really have many guest rooms. But you're welcome to stay wherever. If you would like to stay here, you're more than welcome to. If not, I'm gonna be really honest. I don't think Nelly would notice if you just didn't pay for a room tonight. If you wanted to stay at the inn, although
Compensation for like fixing the issues here.
sure.
Considering we're going to have to break a door down in her inn, I
Why are
think
you
we're
wait?
even.
You have to break
It's
the
a
door
little.
down.
It's a
There's
little
no
bad.
way
You
to
can get
unlock
that
it
out.
now.
So Albert is completely locked in this room.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's a
Like,
chair.
no way out at
No.
all. Like, if there's a fire, if there's any sort of emergency, he's just
If he has to use
dying.
the restroom, nah. He's just in there.
Well, I mean, I assume there's whatever.
He'll be fine.
So
Would
it's
There's a
alright.
wash
Have a
bucket,
talk
but that's
to
it.
break the door.
would they be willing to leave the soup, even if there was a fire?
I don't think so.
Soup's coming
Like,
with
they
us.
can carry the plate. They can.
They're just
It's a very
you see
soup-centered
two
mindset
gnomes
over there.
both carrying a big pot, one handle in each hand, and just running out of the building. It's just
Not the soup.
That's
Just
freshly made
all
soup.
of the town comes flooding in to save the soup.
you got people showing up with water buckets trying to put out the fire.
It's all
Which,
salt
like-
water.
It's all salt water.
They have this big cauldron of soup that could probably put out the fire, but they're not going to use that clearly.
No. Or no, like the really crazy ones, they bring a pot and stuff and start cooking soup next to the fire so that they don't have to start one to cook it. They just use the fire of the building. Ugh.
That's so much soup making fire. It's like
Exactly.
the opportunity is perfect.
I
Opportunity
mean,
of a
Albert's body is
lifetime.
just the perfect kindling, so.
That's so awful. Anyway, I think we're done with like serious taco, man. At this point, we're just blabbling
Albert
about
will be the reason
soup.
Yeah,
why the
anyway.
building burns in the beginning.
It's Albert's fault. Are you
Yeah.
staying at, basically Penny was asking, you're staying at her place or going back to the inn?
If you'd mind, if we could stay at your place, that'd be lovely.
Of course.
You don't trust
Just,
Ian?
like I said, I only have one
Oh.
guest room, so.
I'll sleep on the floor. It's fine.
All right.
Great.
Damn, just awkward.
We will
si-
we will-
No, Ruby just flat like tea. You just see Bert scurrying out from underneath her. Just passed out in seconds.
We
Cool,
had a
so are
very
there-
long day?
Are there any other questions?
I don't have any.
No? Okay.
I'm so tired.
Fim, any other questions? Comments or
Why?
concerns about what you found?
Oh.
I question your town's sanity. I hope it really wasn't seawater that they threw in their soup.
Honestly, I don't
hope-
honestly think that they put seawater in, but to be fair, we are an odd group. One of our customs is bursting down doors to get in someone's house. So,
Penny, do you have
I'm just
any-
saying, I've never had issues drinking seawater, so it can't be that.
You're a fish. It's different.
I'm fish!
you're
We
a fish.
dealt with this!
Look
No!
at her. Look at them. Like
We've
Ruby doesn't quite understand
Suspicious.
tact.
I would just like to point out, none of you described your characters to me in the slightest.
Oh,
I
so
have-
Calder
I
has
have
like
no indication of who you are.
so Calder.
I've been going off of nothing.
I'm so sorry.
Very important clarification. Calder, not a fish. Describe the details. Webbed
Not a
ears and
fish.
scales.
If you pull up Obi Stream, Baritag, and Calder have like depictions. Ruby is this red skinned tiefling with like kind of like how my hair is right now, but just all black. And then she has like these two like short horns protruding at her head with like blue tips.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, I can actually we made didn't we make like mini figurines for this? Hold on.
Yeah, there's Hero Forge characters.
I'll send you my Hero Forge character.
Yeah.
We can do this later.
Yeah,
Calder,
sorry.
before we end, can you make a history check, please?
Oh, I put my dice away. Shit.
This is where we learned that it was salt water.
Yeah, why am I making a history check? I'm scared.
Because you're most familiar
I'm
with
just gonna
salt
drink the water
water.
just so I can forget about this.
Bartok really
11.
waiting for that bowling tournament.
Balling.
Bowling. Balls.
Balls.
Look, I'm a pro baller. You did not see me crying over that soup
That
I
is true,
dropped.
actually.
Okay.
That's a good point.
I'm not gonna say much. However, this is the last thing I'm gonna say. Calder, something about what is being
Something
described.
sparking uncomfortable recognition.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a weird recognition that you have. With
Yeah, I kind of noticed that. Not gonna lie.
okay, cool. Yeah, you never mentioned it, so I was just like, anyway, yeah. Cool. End of session.
Yippee! Great. Love it.
Oh.
Perfect. Oh my gosh. Okay, all right. That's the end of stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. Yeah, we possibly. Hold on, I need to pull up my thing. My thing.
You don't have anyone, I have someone.
Let's see.
Could rate Tyler.
I can rate Critical Role. I'm not gonna do that. We're
You
gonna
should rate
raid.
Critical Role.
Nope.
Yeah, we
Do
did D&D.
it.
You do that.
They have
Nope.
they have a gifted sub to your channel. They can watch without ads.
Nope. Okay, we are gonna raid Tootenheim. So thank you guys so much for
That's
watching.
exactly who I was gonna say.
Well, I mean, it's crazy. It's like we follow the same person.
Oh, that's nuts.
Oh my gosh, crazy. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I do not know when we are going to play D&D next or when I'll be live next. Who knows? Oh my gosh, crazy. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe, stay kind, and stay good. And we will see you guys in the next stream. Goodbye!
Hi, chat.
Bye.
Bye 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 bye.